Good morning, everybody. Let's get some music queued up. Hello, Brian Moriarty. All right. My brain this morning. How are you? Good morning, Paige. I love it. Good morning, Evelyn. How are you? How's everybody doing? How's your Monday looking? I hope that it's looking fabulous. I have some intimate lighting. It's a little bit rainy here, which is perfect. We need it. Oh, good call. Look at that. Let's get that on there. There we go. Perfect. Thanks for the reminder. Monday's feeling great. Much better for sure. All right, let's see. What music should we get going this morning? What music? Ooh. Let's do this one. And media output. Oops. Media output. This phone. Now I look like me. Melinda, hello, love. How are you this morning? Good morning, John. How are you? Good morning. How was everybody's weekend? Did you enjoy yourselves? Pin the goal. It asked me to pin. I let it pin for that little tiny bit that. Yeah. Good morning. Right? That's it's a glass one, and all of them, they look like purple leaves. Aw, thanks, Abby. I try. I think I embody a whole lot of mama energy, like, which is okay, right? If you're going to work in this area, if you're going to be in this thing, then if you're going to be helping people with healing and working through things like trauma, it is really important to have that calming energy. So I'm super happy to have it. Thank you, Abby. Ooh, we got earth energy. Ooh, catch the butterflies. Hi, Julie. How are you this morning? So Shams, your energy's all over the place. Are you grounding? Are you breathing? Are you doing some heart-focused breathing? That might help. My weekend was really good. Saturday was a very busy day, which there's nothing wrong with that. And Sunday, I went and spent the day hanging out with my mom. And we went and did some shopping and like just some grocery shopping and stuff like that. But it was a lovely day with her. So yeah, it was a good weekend. One day that was busy. The other day that was busy for other reasons, but still it was nice. Good morning, Redbeard. How are you, love? You know, the cards are being sticky this morning. Yeah, it was really nice. It was really nice. We got water. Not that we've gotten the water element, but we're getting Pisces, so water, which is emotional. All right. Whoa. We almost threw all the cards. Wow. Look at all that. Okay, so I only have one request. You can get on the list for a card. There's no cost to getting on the list for a card. I do appreciate that if you do come on, that you share or tappity tap. Share or like, that's the big thing. And if you feel that you want a gift or you want to follow me, following me is good. And subscribing's good. And you can also be part of the team. We've got 48 members. We're like cruising. So yeah, that's that. So we're going to start with the collective reading. And then we're going to do the individual cards for clarity, okay? So we'll get some clarity on this beautiful Monday morning. Let me get to my sheet, see if I got any mods on the back end. I do not at this time, but that's okay. We'll work together. We'll work together. So the only thing, the other thing, the only thing you have to do to get a card is stay around long enough to get one. All right. So Evelyn, I saw you put your name down, and I'm going to peek. Sherry asked for one as well. Okay, so I'm going to read the. Whoa! I almost threw the screen away. You know, iPad. You sure can, Paige. I missed you, love. I missed you. I totally missed you. Hi, Ashley. I spelled your name slightly wrong, and I would fix it, but I know what I meant. Dominique, I love your name. My bestie, her name's Dominique, and she lives many provinces away from me now. Abby, for sure. It did. It felt off without you being here. It felt very off. I feel like Sham's going to want a card, so I'm just going to put you down, okay, Shams? Yeah, it was definitely different without your energy here. So, you know, I just love it. And I just love you guys. Okay, so let's get to the collective reading for this beautiful Monday morning. And I'm so happy that we got rain outside with all the fires that are going on right now. This is a great thing. So that's why we're kind of muted. We're not as bright as we normally are. Okay, so thank you, Abby. Hi, Winnie. Oh, I didn't even share myself. What is wrong with me? I try to lead by example, just so you know. I like to lead by example. So if I ask you to do something, I do it myself. So if I'm asking you to share because that's caring, then I need to share because that's caring. And it all starts with you, right? If you're going to start caring, you have to fill your cup first, right? You have to put that energy into you. Otherwise, you end up getting to a space where you're going to pour from an empty cup. And we don't want that. We don't want that. I've been there. You want to catch yourself before you hit rock bottom, because when you hit rock bottom from, depleting your energy reserves and, over caring or whatever other, ways that we end up catching ourselves and giving away. A lot of times we think giving to other people is going to give it back to us, right? That's why the way that we give love is we give it because we want it. We're hoping to get it back. And what ends up happening is that we don't. And then we just keep giving and giving and giving, looking for that source, which actually has to come from within, unfortunately. So there, I was a good girl. I shared too. So we're good. All righty, John. So the first card that we got is the Earth card. So the Earth card is all about persistence, patience, and practicality. So how can you be more persistent towards your goals today on this beautiful Monday, right? And how can you have some patience or bring some patience to the equation? I'm going to read a little bit into these cards more as I go along, but good job, my love. Good job. And then we've got Pisces. So Pisces is the last card the last sign in the zodiac. It's number 12. It rules house 12. And Pisces is the most psychic of all the signs. And it's kind of, if you look at the age of the signs, Aries is the infant and Pisces would be the elderly. Right, it would be the senior citizen. That's the word I'm looking for. So Pisces has accumulated all of the knowledge of all the other into it, but it's emotional, right? It's water. Hi, Liz. Good morning. And hi, James. It has been far too long since you've been here. Just far, far too long. But I'm so happy to see you back. Okay, so intimacy, intuition, and compassion comes up from Pisces. So we're asked to have some patience and we're asked to have some compassion as well. So how can you bring compassion to your day and not necessarily to your day in the sense of, how can I be compassionate to everybody else, which is great, but how can you be compassionate to yourself? Okay, and then we've got the South Node. So the South Node in your astrological well, I was going to unroll it, And then I was like, nah, we'll leave the little baubles. We'll leave but I love the shirt. I love the shirt. That's that romantic style that I really like. So I'm very happy about it. So the south node is on the is what we're destined to release. So the north node is we're heading towards with our destiny, right? That's what we're supposed to be learning to acquire. So for me, as a Sagittarius north node, I want to, embrace my philosophy, higher education, but in those big topics like philosophy and spirituality, that type of thing. Whereas the South Node is Gemini, and Gemini is detailed, right? So Gemini loves education, intellect, chatty, those things, but likes to chat on a smaller scale. Whereas uh, to Sagittarius is the teacher, Gemini would be the student. So that's that step. So I have to stop being the student and become the teacher in this. And so looking at your south node and your north node is good to know, so you know what you're supposed to release. So that's what this is. It's talking about what you're destined to release. And then we've got house 11. So house 11, Rochelle, hello, love. House 11 is the house that is run by Aquarius. And Aquarius is, I love you. And Aquarius is the humanitarians of the group. Good morning, Wolfie. How are you? And divine rising witchy kind of woman. Love to you, friend. So the house 11, that's the house of Aquarius, and it's the humanitarian. They're the out of the box thinkers. They're very open minded and philanthropists. Humanitarian, I said that, but on a global scale. So whereas Virgo loves servitude, but in that little scale of, well, like not necessarily little scale, Virgo's servitude, and maybe like go and volunteer at the local animal shelter. This would be like, let's start the World Wildlife Foundation like level of humanitarian, which is really cool. So I'm going to give you guys we're going to vote. Which card would you like the message from? We've got Pisces, South Node, Earth, and House 11. Aquarius. We got 2 for House 11. We got 2 for House 11. 2 for Pisces. Ooh. And 1 for the Earth. 2 for the Earth. We're really splitting it up now. You're like, we all want to read them all. Good morning, CJ. How are you, love? Earth, more Earth. Oh, maybe I'll read a couple messages then. Just for just to be kind. We're really keeping it even. So you're really making it difficult. All right, let's look at this. So the first thing that comes up in the book is going to be is going to be Pisces. I can definitely pull a card for you today. Aw, that'd be really cool. So just to give, I'm going to put Rochelle on the top of the list. Rochelle comes all the time, so I'm going to do her card first, just to be nice so that she can get it before she goes to work. But first, we're going to read definitely our cards. So for Pisces, let your body fade into the atmosphere. For a moment, forget your name and your identity. Connect with your boundless soul. Definitely, Wolfie. In this ancient place of oneness, can you find forgiveness for yourself and all earthly life like you would a child? Try to live each day seeing the physical world as a sacred illusion, and see all human beings as spiritual creatures having a human experience. Forgive yourself and others. It's your path to freedom. Carry this softness with you while remembering, you can invite someone into your heart without letting them into your house. And I love this card. So I put up a post on Facebook last week, and it was, I hope that the people that hurt me heal. And the reason why I hope that the people that hurt me heal is because I recognize, I love you. I love you. Be safe. And if you have an opportunity to hop back in, please do. And thank you for the coffee. I share that with you. I'll share that with you, Liz. Yum. Look, you guys already got 5,000 likes. Like rappity tappity tap tap tap. You guys are fantastic. So the thing I like about this is If you think about the fact that hurt people, oh, witchy kind of woman, you got my kind of cup of coffee. I'll take that big one. And I have my second cup ready already. In the hot cup. Yes, Shams, I put you on the list, love. In the tiny. I love you guys. So, if you forgive, right? If you forgive, right? And it's not about forgiveness, sorry. If we apply compassion to the situation and we look at it through the lens of, if I hurt people, then the person that hurt me was hurt by somebody else. That's what made them do those things that they did, is because they were operating from a hurt space. So if I'm operating, so if I say I wish they could heal, right? That's just sending that back up the chain, right? That's that compassion, that big compassion that we can give. That's not about saying, hey, come on, hang out with me again. Hey, we got a new member. Yay, Abby. Which is actually the 50th member on the team, but I think I count, so that's why it shows 49. But that's really awesome. That's so awesome. So that's what I like to think of it in that sense of, is what this Pisces thing is it's okay to let them into your heart. So be compassionate without having them in your house. So I can be compassionate towards all of the things that my dad did to me, and I hope that he heals, but I don't have to allow him in my house. And just beautiful. Yee, look at that. Yay. We got number 50, guys. Like actual 50 on the thing. We got 51 though. You guys are awesome. Okay, so let's see what the next one would be. House 11. House 11. We're just going to read them all. How about that? I have a hard time saying that without that girl, what Bad Barbie or something bad. I don't know. Just not my type of people, so I don't remember the name. But so humans are meant to commune and collaborate. So this is Aquarius energy for you guys, because I know I got some Aquarius in the group. So often, okay, so humans are meant to commune and collaborate, yet so often beings feel lonely, alien, and out of place. Yeah. Consider the person you have grown into. What are your current passions and interests? What are your philosophical, spiritual, or humanitarian beliefs? Has your tribe evolved with you, or are you feeling misplaced? And you do outgrow people as you grow, right? That's what ends up happening, is as we evolve and grow, if the other people aren't evolving and growing with us, we move away from them. Or as we start to determine who we are truly, right? Like it's all about a relearning or a remembering. It's not about, becoming anything. It's just a remembering. So as we become brave and we start to stand into our more authentic self, then the people that aligned with us when we were being our fake self start to fall away, because they're false friends for a fake self. So once you start becoming authentic, then you start to build your true tribe. So that's the bonus of being authentic and being willing to stand up in that. There may be some periods of loneliness as you're developing who you are, and those old friends fade away, but they're soon to be replaced by people who are so genuine and authentic and aligned with you. It's worth it. It is worth it. So begin sharing the lens through which you see life. Reveal who you are. The universe is working to bring like-minded friends into your life, but you need to express your beautiful truth so kindred spirits can find you. It's a beautiful message there as well. So besides House 11, next, I think it comes Earth. Yeah, Earth will be next, and then we'll have the lovely South Node. And I am going to read the South Node because I know there's some good nuggets of information in the South Node card. Oops. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I love you too, witchy kind of woman. So Earth. The place is here, and the time is now. So one of the things that I like to share with people for anxiety is this beautiful technique, and it's rubbing your fingers, right? Rubbing your fingers like this. And as you're doing that, so you're grounding into the present by that connection, right? That sense of touch grounds us. So rubbing your fingers and feeling the sensation of your fingerprints. And then you say, while you're breathing deeply, because by changing your breathing and breathing deeply, you make sure that you're getting good gas exchange, like the carbon dioxide oxygen exchange is going well. So we don't get ourselves into a hyperventilation or lactic acid buildup state. So it keeps, and it drops your blood pressure, because that's what we want too. When we're in fight or flight, our blood pressure elevates with our pulse. So we're slowing down our breathing and we're focusing on our fingers. And then we go, where am I? Here. What time is it? Now. And that gets you into the present moment, because when we are in depression or anxiety, we're either in the future or in the past with our mind. So we want to bring ourselves into the present moment. So that's really, really good for the earth sign to bring that up. So refrain from plotting and planning and explore the subtle details of the present. Walk one foot in front of the other, connecting with every step. Sink deeper beneath the surface and see today as a creation of your spirit. What is the divine showing you through your present reality? There is a golden elixir braided into every moment. It's yours to be found through deep presence. And that deep presence, like, is so huge. I spend so much time in the present moment, because that's how I evade. I part of the reason I healed my trauma was nutrition, breath work, there's a bunch of things. But one of the things was becoming obsessed with the present, because I realized that it was either my imagination of the fearful things that were going to come towards me because the stuff in the past had been scary, or it was remembering all of those terrible things that happened before. But staying in the moment, that was just beautiful, because nothing was happening in the moment. Right now in the moment, all of us, we're just hanging out together. We've got this beautiful music on. We're checking out the clarity for the day. Like, it's just chill and loving, right? So it's just, and so much love, definitely so much love. So become obsessed with the present moment. When your brain starts going off really fast into the future, or off, reminiscing all of those bad things, pull yourself back into that present moment and ground. And when you stay in the present moment, you start to see those things. So I see, I pick up turtles on the side of the road. Like I catch them, or, like an odd flower that's growing, somewhere that you're not really seeing it. The other day, there was a beaver down in the ditch, like down in the ditch in the long reeds. And I saw him. And so he was like less than 10 feet away from me. And it was, like, to be that close to this beaver was kind of incredible. But I wouldn't have seen him. If I was in my head, I would have been like eyes ahead, like just like do. What do I have to do later? Blah, 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 or replaying arguments, or, thinking about stuff, right? So I would have been all in my head with my blinders on. I would miss all of these things that I see around me, that I have the opportunity to see, because I stay in the present moment. Okay, our last card is that South Node. Let's see what he's telling us, because some big messages in the South Node. Some big messages in the South Node. I just have to figure out where it is. Oh yes, very, 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 very last page. Aww. This one here is clear quartz. And I have one that's citrine as well, but I like the clear quartz one. I love the citrine one too, but I shouldn't say that. I just love them both. And I'm going to get more. I would like to get I want to make my own. I want to make one that's a chakra one, so that it starts like with the root chakra here, and then it goes to the center in the crown chakra here. So it'll go from red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, and just go like that. I think that will be really cool, but I have to get the crystals to make it. So our South Node, right? Wouldn't that be cool? Our South Node is telling, oh, wait. I saw coffee. Cheers, friend. Otherwise, I forget, and my coffee's cold. So I did put my second cup in a little hot cup. So reflect on, this is what the South Node is asking us to do. Reflect on the relationship and situations that have shaped you. Why were the challenges so difficult? What did they ask of you? Why were the moments of beauty so profound? How did they touch you? What wound haunts you wearing a different disguise? How have you met it each time? What message first spoke in whispers, then in screams? What is the what is the lesson life is trying to teach you? Have you listened? What do you need to release? So a lot of questions from the South Node, and very powerful questions. Because I remember when I was, when I was coming out of when I was in my healing journey, and one of the things that I started thinking was, okay, so I've had these three relationships now, three long-term relationships. The first one was the father of my children. The second one, lasted for 6 years and we actually got married. And then the second one, was an 8-year relationship. So I had really long relationships with these people, but there were always unhealthy relationships where there was elements of cheating or, just toxicity, unhealthy behaviors, and not just them, me too. But for a long time before I did my healing journey, I was always like, why do I keep attracting why do I, basically I thought all men just were cheaters and, whatever, right? Like there was just it was them. There was all these things with them, right? But then when I was on my healing journey, I went, what is it with me? Because that's the common denominator in all my relationships. Three different guys, but they all three had similarities. So why did I keep picking them? What was it in me that was choosing those particular guys? And I had to look at that. And then I had to realize the reason why is because they were highlighting the things in me that needed to heal. So I was looking for guys that would consistently show me I was not good enough because I didn't feel like I was good enough. And then once I stepped into saying I am good enough, then I'm going to align with connections that are aligned with the value that I have in myself. So very powerful to look at. What are the situations that keep repeating? Like, how do I keep cycling through certain things in life? Because those cycles, they're a lesson that you need to look at. What in me keeps bringing this lesson to me, right? Did my parents teach me that everybody abandons me because I was abandoned? So I have that inherently, that belief system. So then when someone comes in, I'm waiting for them to leave, because then I'm going to be setting myself up to experience things in that way, where I'm going to be like, okay, well, I guess this person's going to leave me, so I'll do things to self-sabotage, that kind of stuff. Good thing to know, right? But those things in self-worth, it's huge, 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 huge. Okay, so before I start pulling card, I'm going to pull Rochelle's card because I know Rochelle's at work, and she's been such a devoted supporter, comes and sees me all the time, till she got so busy that she just peeks in whenever she can. So I'm going to pull her card, and then I'm going to ask if other people want a card, because I know that there's more people sitting there that want a card. So we'll check in with them first too. Oh, there, that's the one. Oh, we got North Node. That's awesome. So I'll pull a couple cards for everybody. Okay, so unless we get into a situation where we're rushed for some reason, which I don't see us being, but I'll pull a couple of cards. So it'll be like little mini readings. And then I'll give you the choice of which card you want to read the message of. Okay, so for Rochelle, she got Leo. So Leo's the 5th sign in the astrological and the zodiac. And with being the 5th sign, Leos are the lions. And Leo is ruled by the sun. And the sun is all about charisma and shining brightly, stepping into the spotlight. Leo are very playful. They're very passionate. They're very creative, and they love romance, but like more intimate romance. So they're very self-confident. They can be loyal. I mean, it depends on the healthiness, right? A healthy Leo is a loyal Leo. But, when you put in elements of trauma and toxicity, well, then that goes out the window. And like I said, creative. With the North Node is where we're headed. Remember, it's the head of the dragon versus the South Node being the tail of the dragon. So the North Node is what we're destined to have. So we're headed in this. So you are destined to have this beautiful self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity within your day. Okay, at least within your day, but I think within your life. So which one of these two cards talks or speaks to you more? Which one resonates with you more, Rochelle? And I will read the message for you. Leo or North Node? And I'll get you on the list, Amanda. North Node. And it's funny because most times I already know, but that's the intuitive. I'm like, it's North Node. And so if we get to the point where we get speedy, I'm probably going to pick the card you would have picked anyway. But just, I like to give you the choice because then it's interactive. Then you get to have some say into what resonates with you, right? So that's why I like doing it that way. So I love reading the message of the North Node, and I think we should all listen to it. The other part is if you're listening to someone else's card and it resonates with you really well, take that message, claim it. I claim these messages too, because that's what's called a clead-on. A clead-on is a message that's been delivered to somebody else, but you resonate with it so much that it's meant for you as well. It just had to come through somebody else to get there. So the omen of the North Node. Good morning. I have a funny feeling that's Jess. I'm not seeing your name today for some reason. It's so weird how it goes through those changes. But just let me know for sure, and I'll put you on the list as well. After I read this card, I'm going to make sure I get Amanda and Jess on the list. So your angels support you in tapping into the undercurrent of your life story. Where is it trying to take you? Reflect on any common threads between your most identity shaping or shattering experiences, right? Just like I was saying before. So consider destiny as more of a preordained spiritual journey instead of a singular destined fate. See the hard fact happenings of your life as secondary and the symbolic messages behind them as primary. Remember, life itself acts as a means, a vehicle toward the evolution of your soul. Are you working with life, surrendering into its current? Do you recognize closed doors as closed and walk through open ones? Are you swimming with trust toward your destiny or fighting against it? Regardless of where you find yourself, there are no mistakes. Life will always reroute to meet you. You are endlessly loved and supported. Right. And it's such a beautiful message. Okay. I'm going to get Amanda on the list, and I'm going to get Jess on the list. I felt like I said that wrong, but Jess and list, it was the T and no T. It was weird. So when I was reading this, the part that came with, like that whole closed doors, right? And oftentimes, like say you're in a relationship and it breaks up, and then you're like clinging to that last relationship and you're like, I just wish it would come back. I just wish I could have it back. I like read your woohoo, and then I could not get the woohoo out. It's woo. 10,000. You guys are phenomenal. You guys must have woke up with a lot of energy this Monday. I feel like you guys woke up with some really great energy this Monday. That's amazing. So you guys like just phenomenal. I've only been on for a half hour, guys. 10K in a half hour. Phenomenal. So we're rising star number 55. Like we're going to give a lot of love for that. So, when we cling to something that isn't meant for us or something that we should let go of, we block ourselves for what's meant to be. And I always try to say this, like, because I've had heartbreak after I went through my relationships and I went on this big healing journey. I met somebody and it was really, really like great energy, and just it was a beautiful the beginnings of a beautiful relationship, and even got to the point where he said he loved me, and we started passing the L word back and forth, and then all of a sudden he ghosted me. I kid you not. It's just a couple of days before my birthday, completely vanished, stopped talking, stopped responding to any messages, just gone. Which was really, really like painful experience. I've never been ghosted before. So, I guess I needed to chalk that experience, check that off my list. Did that, don't want to do it again. But if I had clung too much to that, right, then I would have been sitting there like messaging him and trying to connect with him and doing all of these things and stuff like that, right? Like I would have been clinging to that. That stops me from being open to what is meant for me by sticking to something that's not. And the bottom line is, no matter who it was, right? It's not who it is that is the important thing. It's what they bring to you that's important. So we all want a relationship where we are loved, valued, appreciated, seen, heard, understood. So it doesn't matter that it wasn't that person. It's okay to let that go, because the person that comes in is going to feel amazing because they're showing up how you need them to show up. So be okay letting go of somebody that doesn't serve you, that didn't work out, so that you can open yourself up, because when the right person is there, it's going to feel so amazing. You're going to forget all about that other person anyway. Just like the job, right? When you're in a job, I've had a job where I got fired, wrongly fired too. So that was where I really got like, oh, but I shouldn't have been fired. And, like, oh my God, like what am I going to do? And I love that job. Even I did not love that job. That job was toxic. So I had to, but I went through that phase of just like, oh my God, like, I can't believe it. Like, what am I going to do? Is there anything I can do to get it back? Like, is there anything I could say to the managers? Like, could I get them to see that that's not the truth? Like, I didn't do those things that person said I did. Can I get my job back? And you tie your energy up into that. When if we just let go, the next job that came along, I ended up becoming the director of nursing and part of the senior management team. And I loved my job until I did my healing journey and decided to do my own company. So letting go is sometimes a really good thing to do. Okay, before I read any more cards, who else wants on the list? Yes, life's rejection is God's protection, right? Redirection is protection. We don't think it at the time, but it is. Whoa. We don't think it at the time. Okay, Evelyn is next. You guys, if you want a card, drop your name in the list and I'll make sure I get you on the list. Abby, you're on the, yeah, you're on the list. Okay, I'll give you the list that I have so far. It's pretty short. So Evelyn is next. And then we have Sherry, Paige, Ashley, Dominique, Abby, Shams, Amanda, and Jess. I think I have everybody that's asked at this point. But I love you guys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I can't shuffle now. But yes, life is like, it is God's protection, right? And you think, there's a lot of times when people stay in relationships and they're like, I'm going to stay in a relationship because of my children, right? And you see that all the time. And I try to remind people, only if you are healthy, right? If you have a toxic relationship or an unhealthy relationship, if you're fighting, right? Like it's silly to stay in a relationship and shorten your life. Because it's not about the relationship staying together that helps the children. It's about knowing that they're loved regardless, right? And so if you're miserable in the relationship, then you're teaching your children to settle for a miserable relationship rather than chase what makes them happy and find something that really, really suits them. And you can be that example for them. And the only thing the kids need to know is that you didn't abandon them. And they know that by how you show up every day and how you continually to love them and support them and see them and, things like that. That's what makes it okay. But anyway, Evelyn's card. Liz, you can definitely be on the list, love. Liz. Apparently my fingers are a little off. You were Leah for a second. Yummy. No coffee, but I'm drinking it. We have to have sips of coffee, even when nobody sends a coffee. Otherwise, my coffee really would get cold. So for Evelyn, hi, Kim. How are you, love? You could definitely get a card. See, Kim's been around. She knows. She comes in and she's like, I'd like a card, and get right on the list. No muss, no fuss. So for us today, we've got, for Evelyn, we've got Pluto and fixed. So Pluto is a planet, of course. I love you too, sweetheart. And Pluto is all about transformation, right? So how are you transforming? Which is really weird. Fixed transformation. Interesting combination of cards. So fixed is I always get caught up because it's not an element per se, but fixed is a type of way that the astrological signs show up. So fixed is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So those are the 4 signs that are fixed. And there's cardinal and mutable. Cardinal are like Aries is a cardinal sign. Capricorn is cardinal. And then when you get the mutable, like Sagittarius, no, maybe, I don't know. I'll have to think about that. But anyway, fixed, we'll look at fixed. So fixed is talking about stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. So you have this transformation energy with all this dependability and stability in the mix, which is really great. But which card resonates the most with you, Evelyn? And I will read that card for you, love. Hi, Liam. Okay, I'll see you in 5. You've got a good 5 minutes. I feel like I got you on the list, Wolfie. I saw you come in, friend. I just love your avatar. It's so like strong. I love it, and colorful too. My unique Aquarius, right? So Evelyn, which one of these cards resonates most? I appreciate you too, love. I really do. I really do. So which one of these cards resonates most with you, Evelyn? Fixed or Pluto? I feel like Pluto's the one, but in a minute I'm going to read Pluto anyway. And I hope that Evelyn gets to hear it. Aw, happy birthday, Liam. You know what that means. For everybody that doesn't know what that means, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Liam. Happy birthday to you, and many more. I know we're a day late, but you know what the bonus is about celebrating birthdays where people give you an early birthday wish and a late birthday wish? It just means that you get to extend your birthday and celebrate yourself a little bit more. So I love that. Okay, so Evelyn, I'm going to read Pluto for you. And I really hope that you didn't fall out the door. But if you did, I'm going to write it down because I haven't seen you pop up there. I'm going to write down fixed and Pluto so I can remember. Okay. Alrighty. So fixed and Pluto. I'm not sure where my other 2 mods are. I love you, Melinda. And I shouldn't say my other 2. I have 3 or 4. Well, I have a couple. I have a couple. But nonetheless, I'm not sure where they are. Okay, so we got Pluto. Pluto energy for Evelyn. So Pluto. In the spirit of transformation, remove your armor and connect with your naked essence. This energy comes to free you from the chains of identity and the story of who you think you are. Call on courage and face the sometimes painful truth of what's no longer serving you. Summon bravery and begin the process of letting go. Open to your boundless nature and allow this regenerative process to leave you cleansed and renewed. Your rebirth starts within and will surely echo outwards. Right? So a beautiful, and we should be transforming or growing at least, right? Rather than staying put. So embrace that transformational energy that comes up and really look at how can you go towards your goals, right? How can you head towards who you genuinely are, and embrace that energy. So after Evelyn, it's Sherry. Hi, Sherry. You're so welcome, Liam. You're so welcome. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a beautiful birthday. Faye joined. My name, Tanya, actually means Queen of the Fae, the fairies. Not Faye with a Y, but Faye with an E. Oh, you're going to get 3 cards, Sherry, because that's what came out. So you get a big choice. So we've got Virgo. Now, Virgo's the 6th sign. So house 6 is the one that oversees Virgo. And Virgo is all about integrity, reverence, and servitude. And this is all about your healthy habits and daily routines and dependability. Like, it's really great energy from Virgo. You got Mercury. So Mercury being the planet, and we all know Mercury retrograde, everybody gets all, oh no, like what's going to happen? And we get communication difficulties. That's because Mercury oversees your thinking, your learning, your networking, and your communicating. So those are some powerful energies. And then you got Capricorn. So Capricorn is the 10th sign in the zodiac. And Capricorn is like the dad energy, right? Good afternoon. Where are you that it's afternoon? Because we're at 9:45. I'm interested to know where you are, where it's afternoon. And Capricorn being the dad energy, it's all about your work sector. It's ambition, it's realism, it's methodical steps. So very grounded energy. Hi, not your average Dan. I like that. I like that. Why be average if you can be magical, right? So Mercury. Let's see what Mercury has for us today. Right? So Mercury, lift out of your emotional body and connect with your intelligence of your rational mind. Your emotional world is a verdant and beautiful landscape. It's your greatest teacher, but every so often hover above it and elevate your perspective. In stillness, you're reminded feelings do not define you. Practice removing your emotional filter from critical thinking and problem solving. Hone your ability to see things as they truly are and think methodically. The clearer you get, the wiser your decision making, and the more open your mind for spiritual guidance, channeling, and psychic downloads. Do you get psychic downloads or channel? I'm interested now that that card came up for you. Do you channel information? And sometimes we channel and we don't even realize it. I remember when I first heard some channeling, I was like, I didn't realize that's what it was. And I just remember saying to somebody, like, I keep hearing this noise and it sounds like somebody upstairs has their TV on and I can't quite make it out. So I'm like, if they would just turn it up, or if I could tune into like a different frequency or channel, then I could probably pick it up. So it was really, really interesting. Oh, nice. I visited South Africa when I worked as a flight nurse. The first flight I ever took was to Johannesburg, South Africa. The first flight ever in my whole entire life. This is how crazy I was. And this is how I like to use the term crazy. This is how crazy I was. I had never been on a flight, never flown anywhere. And I decided to become a flight nurse. So my first flight was to go pick up a patient in Vancouver. And then we flew and we had a little layover at Heathrow, and then flew on from Heathrow to Johannesburg. Nice. Oh, it was fantastic. I did it. I made it. And I quite enjoyed it. And in the end, I loved flying. And for a while, I was thinking about actually getting my pilot's license, but I wasn't able to do that at the time. And then now I'm doing this, and it's just what I'm supposed to be doing. Things pass us by for a reason, right? But yeah, so South Africa, it was gorgeous, just gorgeous. I love just all the different things that you see, right? All the different things that you experience. Nature in South Africa is far different than nature in Canada. So very, very awesome experience. So I'm going to give another call out since we're in between cards. Does anyone else want to be on the list for a card? Because I'll put you on the list now. Yeah, I loved being a flight nurse. I got to fly around the world, and see so many beautiful things. So Paige said she had to hop out. Thanks, Kim. Paige said she had to pop out for a hot second. So I'm going to, you're so welcome, Sherry. Thank you. Thank you for everything. So I need to do an announcement. That's what I'll do while I'm waiting for Paige to come back real quick. So for the top gifter across all channels, is going to be awarded for the month of June. The top gifter is going to receive a free quantum mind body spirit healing session with me. So I do quantum healing. I do quantum healing to send energy, kind of like a Reiki healing, but I also do this quantum healing, which where I studied it from was called quantum regression and integration therapy, but I call it quantum mind body spirit healing. But that's because my company's mind body spirit healthy self, so it's just a part of that. And because we're healing on the 4 energetic bodies. So the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual body. So this healing can get to the root cause of trauma, addictions, limiting beliefs, things that have got you stuck, pain, and it can open up spiritual gifts. And there is at least one person here who has had my quantum mind body spirit healing that can comment on it. There are other people, but I don't know if they're in the chat right now, who can comment on this. This is almost $300 value of what I'm giving away for free. Typically, I would give the top 3 gifters oracle readings, like or oracle or tarot card readings. But this time I decided, you know what? I'm going to go big and I'm going to give somebody an absolute gem of a gift, which is this quantum healing. And the people that I've worked with, the effects of this has been just absolutely profound. So if it's something that you're interested in, then it makes it a good idea to gift me. If you love what I do or want to support me, you can support me by subscribing to be a member of my, to subscribing, or in any other way that you feel appropriate to support me. And just so you know, my background, so I was a nurse for 20 years. I had an enormous amount of trauma, starting from pre-birth, because my mom was a traumatized woman. But throughout my entire life, I experienced trauma, every element of trauma that you can imagine, including being kidnapped twice. So many things. And been homeless, suffered physical, emotional, mental, financial, and sexual abuses. I've been neglected. I've been moved over 60 times. So many things. I was in the children's aid when I was a child as well. So taken from my mom, all kinds of different things. And I healed through those things. And that's what propelled me on this, I want to help other people heal. So that is my background. My background is trauma modalities, quantum healing. Like I did holistic health practices. So I bring a ton of stuff to the table to help you heal. And I do it in a multitude of ways, whether you're interacting with me on a small level like this, or you're in one of my groups on Facebook, or you join me for an individual session or a full package. That's what I love to do, is help people heal through whatever it is, whether it's, trauma or other things. Yeah, we were talking quantum healing. This lady, love her too. She's experienced it. Same thing with Melinda. And as Melinda said, like, it was just really wonderful and intense, and it helped her to really heal. And Helena was I'm so proud of the people that I work with, because I'm just a guide. You guys are the ones that do the work, and to see the work that Helena has done and the work that Melinda has done, I am just like, yes, girls, yes, 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 yes. I love you, and I'm so proud of you. Okay, Paige is next. We'll do some other messages, brief messages later. We'll talk about what's coming up for the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and all of that good stuff. Okay. I love that. Yes, Melinda's husband appreciates all the healing that she's experienced too, because it's really helped with intimacy, right? And for some of us, and I know for me, with all of the abuses that I suffered, especially of the sexual nature, it really closed me off intimacy and with my intimacy. So it was really helpful. I love that. I love it. Okay, so Paige is next. I love you guys. All righty, look at that. We're at 15,000 likes. Rising star number 58. We are just amazing. I don't know where wifey is, wifey. Where's your wifey? Where's my other mods? Just out of curiosity. Alrighty, so we've got Paige. Okay, I'll give the list. Okay, so we got Paige, and then we've got Ashley and Dominique, and then Abby. Okay, but first is Paige. Oh, Paige, you've got some energy here, my friend. And then if anyone else wants to join, get a card. If anybody wants to be on the list for a card, just let me know. Okay, I feel like I'm just gonna do this right now. I put you on the list, Helena. So for Paige, we've got Mars and opposition, right? So opposition, right? Oh, Oliviera, hello, love. I'm going to put Oliviera on the list because I know my Oliviera. She's going to ask to be on the list, so I'm just going to do it knowing so. Good morning, my love. Faiza, yes, you may. I love your name, by the way, Faiza. I hope I'm saying it correctly. I hope I'm saying it correctly. So opposition, right, is an imbalance, is a point of tension and a power struggle. Mars, the god of war, right? So you got opposition and Mars, right? And Mars is the moving forward. So it is movement through whatever this opposition or this point of tension or struggle is. There is forward movement, and it also is about defending yourself. So Paige, which one of these cards sends them or resonates with you most? And I'll read the message from it. This energy is the energy of a full moon. So if we have the sun, like the past sun that was in Gemini, and the moon was in Sagittarius, they were opposing energies. Whereas when it's not, when it's a new moon, they would be on the same side. So that would be a conjunction. Mars, perfect. Which is really cool. So we always have that conjunction. And every time I say it, oh my goodness, I can imagine. Oh, I love you, sweetheart. You have a beautiful, beautiful appointment. I hope everything's well. Everything's well. We don't have to hope, it is well. Love you. You have a beautiful, beautiful Monday, and I'll see you again. I'll see you again. Okay, Mars. Where's Mars hiding in these planets? Mars. Okay, so Mars. Harness your inner soldier and accomplish something today. Chip away at a small, nagging item on your to-do list or begin a longer project. Perhaps you've been swimming with ideas and inspiration, not knowing where to begin. Streamline your attention and take one assertive step toward your dream reality. This energy may also come as a sign to slow down and reevaluate what it is you're working toward. Have you been soldiering on, unclear of what it is you're fighting for? With tunnel vision, your goal may be a mirage after all. What are your true desires? You have divine support in bringing them to life, but the power is yours to begin. I love that message. Ricky, just stop talking like that, love. Right? Listen to what people have given you for like every time that you're on, we give you so much advice and support trying to help you, and every day you come back saying the exact same thing because you don't listen to what everyone's telling you need to do in order to elevate yourself from that space. Okay, I love you. I'm sending you an enormous amount of love, right? Focus on the present moment and work on those thoughts, those negative thoughts, right? Work on those, my love. Totally resonates. Right. So, hi, Jennifer. I saw you come in there, my friend. All right. Love you. You know what? Who was it? Witchy kind of woman gave me a coffee and it's not showing there. That's weird. TikTok, TikTok. Well, I'm just gonna give that mom energy to TikTok. You did not put the coffee cup in the place of the coffee cup. So weird. I love you too, sweetheart. I love you too. I can't wait to sit across from you again and see what other stuff comes up. If I get some more downloads of past lives for you, I look forward to that for sure. And good morning, Sabrina. How are you? You can definitely be on the list, love. Okay, so after Paige is Ashley. Ashley, my love, are you still there? I feel like you are. Yay! I'm so excited. So Ashley. I'm not Ashley. There is a lady that comes in whose name is Ashley. So I have to be careful. I'm glad that you're feeling blessed. What a good way to feel. I'm feeling blessed as well. It's just a beautiful morning. I wake up every morning and I go to bed every night and I say that I am blessed and open to receiving miracles. Because when you sit yourself in that position, then you open yourself up to receive that. Hoot, 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 hoot. I love it. Okay, so Ashley, you also got 3 cards. They all came out just boom, all of them together. So we're going to read all of them. House 1. This is the house of Aries. It's the first house, obviously. And the first house is all about yourself. It's about your individuality, your self-image, how you show up in the world. Rose cakes, you sure can. And I love it. Rose cakes. Do you make cakes? Do you make cakes? And hi, Savvy McStacy. I like it. And it's how you approach life. So a lot of great energy with that, with the Aries card, with the House 1 card. Next, you got Cardinal. So remember how we had fixed earlier? Cardinal is the, I got to figure out what that's called. I'm going to look it up, guys. We got to do some searching. It's like modality, but it's not modalities. Well, it does. It's modalities. There we go. I finally came across it. Definitely. On the list, Savvy, Stacy. I'm going to put Stacy, although I do want to write Savvy McStacy, write it all out. But we got Savvy down on there. And rose cakes we got. Okay. So it's a modality. Perfect. I can run with modality. So there's 3 modalities in the astrological, in the zodiac. So the fixed, cardinal, and mutable. Cardinal is the first, right? So it's the beginners, the instigators. So it's for Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. And cardinal is about instigation, it's bravery, it's passion, it's a pioneering spirit, right? So all of those 4 signs have those elements within it. And then we got house 12. So you really got the bookends of the astrological wheel with 1 and 12. House 12 is the house of Pisces. And house 12 is about spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. So how can you be brave while you're going through this? Or are you beginning your healing journey? And how can you bring some bravery to the mix of that healing journey? That's kind of the summary that I get for this, or this transformation energy. But which of these 3 resonates the most with you, Ashley? Hi, Paul. Woo. I'm going to read Cardinal for you. Okay? I'm going to read Cardinal for you. So it's time to forge a new path. Be bold. Good morning, Bjorn. Be bold and step outside your comfort zone. Call on bravery to blossom. You're held by the unconditional love of your angels. This is relevant to any area, large or small, where you feel blocked or in need of a push, or just to be held today, my dear. The challenge you seek begins with you, and even one small shift creates an echo, right? So just remember that you are embraced and held by the unconditional love of your angels. And I think that, having a little bravery on your day today is going to be, is just important. And you got this. I feel a really good vibe from it, like really, really strong energy that it's going to be okay. And hi, Paul. How are you, love? So we're all energy, right? And even right now, I can feel your energy. Ooh, I can feel your energy. There's so many people in the world that have magical gifts, amazing gifts, amazing abilities, right? And we've been taught to be small. We've been taught to be limited. We've been taught to think that we're just nothing. We're just, some people have a viewpoint that this one body, that's it. You got that one lifetime, 80 years, that's it. You're born, you get to the end of 80 years and you die. And that's it. That's all. End of story. And you're just, bug dirt. And then you have other people who think, well, you have this one life and then you die and you go to either heaven or hell, depending on whether you were good or bad, or if you did something like ate meat on Friday, you go to hell. So there's people that believe that. And then there's people that see the truth and have, really, really amazing gifts and abilities to see beyond, to channel spirits, to get messages from God, to see past lives, to see into the future, to hear things, feel things, know things, all of these different abilities. Right? So there's really, really amazing and powerful people out there. And those are the people that didn't stay limited in that belief that it's just this to that. And we are all powerful. We are all connected. And we all have those gifts. We all do. Right? So everything is energy. And you don't have to believe me. You can go look into quantum. You can go look into quantum physics. Right? You can look into quantum. Good morning, Pete. How are you, love? Pete. So yeah. And we got to Rising Star 42, guys. Like, you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. And we're almost to 20,000 likes. And it's just after an hour of being on. Like, you guys are phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. Yep, exactly. Sometimes you have to, right? Someday you'll be walking along and you'll hear this voice that's displaced over here, and you'll think, "Oh my God, am I like did I just like am I schizophrenic, or did I have a psychosis, or did something happen?" And then you'll realize that it's not. You just opened up to a spiritual gift, and that spiritual gift is this ability to hear spirit, and they're actually guiding you and along your path and giving you information, and then your mind's blown. Or, you'll start to see visions of the future, or visions of things that you can't explain, and you'll be like, wow, or you just know, right? Like, and I think a lot of us, the knowing one comes around a lot, right? For me, that's my most developed one. I just know the things I know, and I don't know why I know them. I just do. Good morning, Kita. Yay. How are you, love? Whoa. All right. The knowing. The knowing. Aw. What is your viewpoint? Why do you think I'm crazy out of my mind? I like it, though. I'd rather be crazy than, contained to the box of limiting beliefs or limiting viewpoints that other people are. I'd rather be crazy than closed-minded. Yes, it was very hard to process. Aw, that's sad that you're feeling blah. How can you shift that? I could give you some breathing techniques that would help you to pop up your energy, or listen to some frequencies, right? Being that we're all energy, frequencies, sound, right? So listen to some frequencies that are very boofing. No, that's your viewpoint, though. But I think it's closed-minded, and the open-minded, as whether you agree or disagree, that's fine. That's fine. You're entitled to have your opinion and to live your world, live your life, and your world is going to be representative of your belief systems. So if you believe that there's nothing more to see, that we're, that we are material. Like if you're stuck, still fully in Newtons and, stuff like that, and not looking at quantum at all, then that's fine too. But grow and evolve, or at least be open to listening to other information and learning other stuff, right? And that's that, right? Yeah, definitely, Keita, definitely. Right? So, yeah, exactly. Right. And sorry, I was reading Bjorn's, which part of the mind still needs to be opened, right? So, you can disagree with me, that's fine, and I can disagree with you, and that's fine as well. The only thing that I would respect, would actually respect, is if you were at least respectful in your disagreements. And if you believe that I'm closed-minded, that's okay, then I'm closed-minded. I'm not your cup of tea. If you're not willing to open your mind or explore other options, then just do this and keep going. But to stop and to say, wow, crazy, right, to do that, that's unnecessary. You could just say, I disagree with what you're saying. I have a different viewpoint on life, and then just move on, because you're not willing to open your mind at all. Right. Okay. Love you, sweetie. All right. So this is for Dominique. Dominique, I had to go. Where was I on my list? I got to highlight my list so that I know which ones I've covered so far. So Dominique. And I love you, Jess. I love you. I'm going to put you on the list because I feel like you won on the list. And I'm going to put with the XV so that I know it's the different Jesses, because we have two today. And I'm going to have a cheers with you guys and have a sip. We got to 20K. I love you, Pete. Mwah. You have a beautiful day. Stay well, my friend. I'm sure we'll connect at some point in some way or another. Actually, no, it's not. It's not schizophrenia. There's a big difference. Definitely, Pete. There's a big difference. And I can tell you this because I've been a nurse for over 20 years and I studied schizophrenia for quite some time because I spent time around individuals that had schizophrenia. And I can tell you there's a big difference between channeling information, hearing spirits, and having psychic gifts versus being schizophrenic. But that's a very close-minded, and that's why we end up having people who wrongly get institutionalized, because people are closed-minded and want to stay in their belief system that for some reason they have schizophrenia. There's way more out there. And that's the thing. All I'm asking in this space of love and light, this is a loving space. So if you're not into what I'm doing, then just please pass on and continue going and stay in your closed-minded world where you think that anyone that, and just leave it at that, right? Just keep going. Right? Just keep going. So Dominique, we've got house 1 again, and then house 10. So house 1 is Aries and house 10 would be Capricorn energy. So house 1 is all about your individuality, child love, is about individuality, self-image, and your approach to life. Whereas house 10 is structure, discipline, your life mission, and your accomplishments and career. So this is like really dad energy. You have a blessed day too, my love. I'll see you soon. And house 1 is the individual. So how are you showing up in self-expression within your career and in your accomplishments, right? So are you in a career that really sits with you as your individual? For me, I was a nurse, which was closely aligned with what I'm doing now, which is healing. It's closely aligned, but it wasn't quite authentically aligned. And that's because I'm more aligned with holistic health rather than the traditional medicine of sick care, where we just want to give you we want to give you a pill and keep you on pills for the rest of your life. So I had to make that shift. So which one of these cards resonates most with you? I should put them in the order that I had them in first. Not that it matters, but house 1 or house 10, Capricorn. Okay, let's see what your ambitions are all about. And it won't even give the message like that. That's the funny thing. When you read the card, you're like, how is that what those words said? Like, about. So persist towards your goal with ambition, discipline, and perseverance, but don't cling too tightly to the outcome. There must always be space for growth, change, and intuition. It's where the magic grows. It's in the space of gentle hard work where your divine masculine flourishes. Build a noble structure surrounding your inner world. Let it be the scaffolding, the container for your divine feminine. This is how you manifest on the physical plane. So when we look at that, whether we're looking at manifestation or not, but it's that energy of, you have the vision, right? You have the vision of the thoughts, or the vision or the thoughts. Then you embody the feelings of having it. How would I feel if I had that in my life? And then you go and do the work to do something, right? You have to do something. And the reason why is the thoughts and feelings are like that spiritual or divine feminine plane, whereas the action is the divine masculine plane. So it's how can you take what your thoughts and feelings are about that and bring it into the world and make it form. So how can we bring it from our mind into our hand? As Bob Proctor used to say, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Everything began as a thought. Everything. Somebody thought to make this, and now here we have it in the physical form. So a little bit of energy with that. So maybe some manifesting towards your career or ambitions is in order for you today. But just remember to think about what would truly align with you. I love you. All right. After Dominique is Abby. Are you still there, my love? Beautiful accident. So time for Abby's card. Then after Abby is Shams. And then after Shams is Amanda. And then after Amanda is Jess on Facebook. Because we're streaming to multiples. Oh, Abby. Oh, yes, Julie. Absolutely. Absolutely, you can, my love. You're getting super hot weather and we're getting rain, which is exactly what we need in Canada. So, Bob Ross was amazing. Bob Ross was amazing. Did you know that it was did you see where they took all of Bob Ross's pictures? So Bob Ross was the painter on PBS, right? So Bob Ross was this beautiful painter on PBS. Most people know him. I definitely know him, and I'm not sure how many, how far he was broadcast or what. But he was, he was just a beautiful, beautiful soul. But anyway, when they took his paintings and they put his paintings one after the other, he made basically a movie of his paintings. His paintings were like, you can see it where they put all of his paintings together in a movie. And it's just like, it's this beautiful walk or this beautiful roll through through nature. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. But if you haven't seen that video, definitely look it up. It's really, really, really cool. And yes, he was just amazing. Such a beautiful soul. Yeah. Right? But if you look up the video of his paintings, just amazing. I painted a painting following Bob Ross. I let him I did it with him, right? And I just love his energy. He's just a beautiful, beautiful man, right? Yeah. and whack it in the side of the can. It was so fun. Okay, I'm not seeing Abby say anything, so I'm going to write down the cards that came out for Abby, and when she shows up, then we can read it for her. But I'm not seeing her there. So he was just that beautiful energy, right? Just a gentle soul. So we've got for Abby, I gotta do these to color them out. Hi, witchy kind of woman. I was hoping there's this guy that that I follow. I just put a little gray there. Definitely witchy kind of woman. Hi, Jabo. We've got South Node. I'm gonna write these down for Abby in case she comes back. That's not how you spell that one. There. All right, now I'm gonna go down here, and it's like you get some ASMR when I use my keyboard, right? Hi, Jenny. How are you, love? Okay, beautiful. You gave me a coffee cup and they didn't put it in. Them buggers, I'm letting you know that. They didn't put it in. They were buggers. But cheers to you again. Oh, I finished the cold cup of coffee. Time to move on to the hot cup of coffee. Right? I was like, I saw that. I acknowledged that. But they didn't, the buggers. Ooh, I look forward to hearing about your dream. My brain was very busy last night. I didn't sleep the best, but that's okay. Right? Yeah, they did. They did. But they're just not showing it in the list of those. Oh, have a great day, Faiza. Love you, friend. Love you. I'm gonna do. All right. Shams is next. Shams. So just a reminder, love to give the message again. Top gifter for all of June is going to get a free quantum mind, body, spirit healing session with me. Yeah. So it didn't put it in the list. They were just rude. Rude, TikTok. Rude. Just rude. Okay, Shams. You got your house 8 back up, you know, the Scorpio energy for you, but you also got house 6. Ooh, I look forward to hearing it. And Alex missed our session. We had a session on the weekend and he did not show up to the men's session. Oh, that's what I'll do. I'll do that really quick before I read the cards. So the Divine Feminine Healing Collective, we meet on Sunday for the new moon in Gemini, and that's at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then for the Divine Masculine, we meet on Saturday, the 17th at 4 p.m. Eastern. So just to know, that'd be 4 p.m. would be 9 p.m. for you, Shams. So that's this coming Saturday. So the men are on Saturday, the women are on Sunday. Okay, so if you're not part of the Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine Healing Collectives, you can find the links. Everything's on my webpage. So links to the groups, 17th of June. Links are on my webpage for my Divine Feminine Healing Collective, Divine Masculine Healing Tribe, and my Divine Healing Podcast. Yeah, we feminine, we just roll no matter what. we just roll anyway. We celebrate the moon when the moon is there. And the new moon is in Gemini, happens on the Sunday, but I should have thought about that and maybe moved it all to Saturday. Maybe I'll do a poll in the group and we'll see. We'll see what the femmes feel like and we'll just move it and do it a day early. But I'll check in with you guys on that. Okay, so we'll check in with that. Hi, Christy. How are you, love? Good morning. Good morning. But good point, Jess. I will look into that. Okay, Shams. We got house 6 and house 8. So house 6 is your daily habits, your routines. It's establishing a foundation. It's your health. It's the practical details. and it's the house of Virgo. Aw, I love you. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. House 8, you know all about House 8 because when we did the little mini reading the other day, we did a mini reading called a soul spread. So I am going to put these mini readings up. I have a couple of mini readings that I'm going to be bringing up again, or I'm going to be putting on my website. So to get a full length reading with me is $45. To get the mini reading, I'm going to determine a price of it, but we'll see what it is. It might be like 22. I think 22 kind of is a good number. But I'm going to do this one reading is called a soul spread. The other one is a third eye. Let's see. So those ones. Absolutely. Definitely, Bjorn. Trying to think what the other I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find where I wrote it down. Just third eye spread. I don't know why. I thought there might have been something else that I had named it a fourth thing, but third eye spread. So Shams, would you like me to read you Virgo since we already know that Scorpio? So house 8 is about transformation, karma, facing your fears, and legacies. So this is really, Salasia, hello. Yay. Yay, Jenny. I'm looking so forward to that. And I'm going to cheers everybody. So this is my cute little, my mystical brew cup. My mystical brew of bean water. Bean water. And getting Bjorn on the list here before I forget, because if I don't do it right away, I'm going to miss it. Aw, thanks. I decided to like curl my hair into these little buns. They're kind of like, and I love this shirt, but it's like got short sleeves. Oops. And that one's tucked inside itself. It's got short frilly sleeves, and we've got rain. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So we've got all these forest fires going on. So I keep envisioning the world, like the globe, the whole earth as a globe, and a watering can. And I'm just spinning the globe and pouring water over it like this watering can, just giving the earth a drink of water and concentrating on seeing the fires just like this, the fires get put out and just be done. And you know how, when you pour out a fire, if you're camping and you pour out a campfire, right? Actually, it's really good here. The air is we had last week, earlier on in the week, it was pretty smoky and hazy and everything, not really good. But then by the end of the week, it was clear because it all moved down, and like just with the flow of the wind. Brain, it's not giving me the right thing. It went better. Yeah. Like the air is much, much better. So, yeah, definitely. Chrissy, where you're in New York, man. People keep asking me to go on a tour, like across the states. So I'll have to make sure I swing by and say, hey, and check out that. We got a potential spam. We'll just cancel the spam call. Thank Darken Deviant. Yes. Oh, nice. Okay, so Shams, we're gonna read this house 6 because, like I said, on the weekend when we did the little one, we got house 8 read already. So let's see what house 6 is telling you to do with your daily routines. All those daily routines. You have a beautiful, beautiful day. Blessings to you, Chrissy, and thank you for stopping by. So house 6 for you, Shams. Your ability to create, expand, love, and provide all depend on the foundation of your own well-being. Our reality is definitely from the inside out, right? I wanted to do that too, a train or a bike. But I don't ride a motorcycle, so I'd have to learn how, and I don't have a motorcycle, so I'd have to go get a motorcycle. And but yes, doing it and going back and forth, right? So you start at your home. For me, because I'm in Ontario, I'd go from my home, say all the way to the coast, and then all the way to BC, and then back to Ontario. So you'd see them both ways. That'd be really, really, really cool. Really cool. Oh no. Yes, it's also about service. Absolutely. You have a beautiful appointment, Keita. Love you. So, inspect the framework of your life and strengthen this place from which all things grow. Identify the people, places, and things to which you give your precious energy. When you give, are you replenished in return? It has to be that back and forth, right? There has to be that back and forth energy. So, oh, what an amazing adventure that would have been. Spend your energy wisely as you would your hard-earned money. If we think of it that way, if you think of your energy as your money, right? And then think about like, do I want to invest in that with my energy, or do I want to give my energy to that thing? Or am I getting energy in return for the energy that I'm expending? It's really good. Your energy is your currency. So you don't have an endless supply, and there must be enough for self in your reservoir. Prioritize the supports you need to feel balanced, healthy, and whole. Solidify your base. Your life will open up and your world will expand. So all those healthy habits, right? How can you shift your day to put your personal health and well-being at the forefront, and then looking at your energy expenditures. So is there that exchange? Are you getting something back from the people that you're investing in? Because if not, if you go around somebody and every time you're around them, you feel your energy drain out of your tank, they're not your people. They're not your people. Okay. So it doesn't mean you have to eliminate them from your life. You just have to move them to the outer rings. So you have your inner circle, like your close little soul tribe. You're really like connected well to each other, right? They fill you up, you fill them up. There's that even transfer back and forth. And then, people that maybe, they're okay, but maybe in small doses, right? They're okay, but they maybe have some differences than you that, you can only tolerate for a little bit. And then you have people where their energy just drains you, just put them in the outer ring. So, if you go around Aunt Mabel and Aunt Mabel, makes you feel like, like you need a 6-hour nap after you see her, then maybe don't go around Aunt Mabel all the time. So after Shams is Amanda. Amanda, are you still there, my love? Love you, Shams. Salasia, I love you, my dear. I hope you're doing well. I feel like we need to connect. And I thought you said that you booked an appointment. I thought you booked a session with me, but I didn't see it in the calendar. Maybe I missed it, but House 8 is coming up quite a bit today. I'm going to tap this because I'm not seeing any comments or anything, and that always makes me wonder. I'm always like, uh-oh, why is it not? So we're looking for Amanda. Hi, Michelle. Louisa. Oh, yes. Yeah, I like getting the messages in Facebook because but either place works. I check all of my social media. And most of my notifications come in. So I respond to messages on Instagram, and probably the least space to use to get a hold of me would probably be LinkedIn. To be fair, LinkedIn, you get the slowest response. right? Facebook, I get a lot of messages, but but yeah, TikTok, I don't get as many messages, so it's easier. But I think that when it comes to like if I was to share a link or something like that, then that one's almost almost easier on TikTok. Links are easier to share on Facebook, but I don't get as many messages on TikTok, so it's easier to respond through TikTok. Okay, Amanda. I'm not seeing Amanda come up. Amanda. That car flipped over. Those both cards tripped over. These are very, very different energy. Aw, somebody came in and said mean things. Oh yes, I was going to have some of my witches brew. This cup's one of those, like, it doesn't keep things like super hot. It keeps things like for a long time, but it definitely like extends the length of the temperature of my coffee for a little bit, rather than in the cup. It gets cold fast. Oh, look, we got, well, I think we had 22.2 at one point. Okay. So I'm going to put down Amanda's cards and just be, if she comes back and lets me know she's there, then I will read her message then. So next is Jess on Facebook. And I know Jess on Facebook, she sticks around. No, the one that says, it'll say Tanya Baldwin and in brackets. And it's a picture of me with like my hair really curly, like more curly. And, it's if you see when you click on it, it'll say 3386. So Tanya.Baldwin.3386 is the extension on it, but it has Mind, Body, Spirit, Healthy in brackets after my name, and it'll have the cover. The cover of it is in the center. It has a circle that says Divine Healing Priestess and has my name on it. So that's my main account. The other one was one like I had some VAs and they set up the secondary account. I don't even know if they're using it for anything, but it's because I had more than 10,000 friends, or sorry, more than 5,000 friends. So they started moving it to the different one. All right. Oh, you smart. You're smart, Jess. All right. We got a, or Shams. I shouldn't say that's Jess. It could be Shams. Okay, I'm going to type it in here because then you can search me that way and it'll help. Okay. And I'll even do @ So. There. Nice. Yay. I look forward to reading it. Okay. So we've got Jess on Facebook. There's one card. Might as well wait because the second one could end up on the floor too. And then I'll be picking them both up. I look forward to reading it, Jenny. I really do. Yeah, my brain was really busy. I did have a dream last night and it stuck with me in the morning, but I got up I slept till 8, which that means that I've only got an hour, an hour before I have to hurry. Oh, you got Pluto and Jupiter. So transformation and growth and expand. So those are some very, very complementary energies, I would say. To transform is all about growing and expanding. So which one resonates with you more, Jess? The Jupiter or the Pluto card? Pluto. Nice. Let's see what our transformation is going to tell us about. In the spirit of transformation, remove your armor, connect with your naked essence. This energy comes to free you from the chains of identity and the story of who you think you are. Call on courage and face the sometimes painful truth of what is no longer serving you. Summon bravery and begin the process of letting go. Open to your boundless nature and allow this regenerative process to leave you cleansed and renewed. Your rebirth starts within and will surely echo outwards. And it's a powerful, powerful thing, transformation, right? And it does start from within. And sometimes that comes from like some massive catalyst, can be the spark that starts it. That massive catalyst being a broken heart, for instance, a significant loss of a job or a career, your health failing. You know, sometimes those are the catalysts that cause us to start saying, yep, transformation is necessary at this point. Hi, Carol. How are you, love? Happy to see you today. So just a reminder again for any of those that showed up new and weren't there when I made the announcements, the top gifter of the month of June from all sources, because some people like to gift to me through PayPal, but the top gifters from all sources, the top #1 gifter is going to win a free quantum mind body spirit healing session with me, valued at almost $300. And subscribe to my website so that you're on the email list, because anyone that's on my website is going to allow for when I release new things or I have discounts and stuff like that, like I'm going to send it to the subscribers of my website first. Hi, Carol, love. I'll put you on the list. Anyone else who would like to go on the list, let me know and I will put you on the list. So I got to look at this. After Jess is Wolfie. Hi, Wolfie. My beautiful Aquarius. Look at that. Did you see them? These are them. 1. Where'd the other guy go? Oh, he fell underneath. 2. All right, Wolfie. Ha. You're welcome. I love you, Jess. Love you. So, Wolfie, we got Neptune and House 12. Yep, you got 3 more to go. So after Wolfie is Liz, and then Kim, and no, Kim, let me know if you're there, because I can't remember. I think Kim had to leave and I just didn't gray her out on the cards. So Kim and then Helena. So you're coming up real quick here, especially if Wolfie doesn't say anything, because Wolfie, come out wherever you are. Like, because of his name, Wolfie, I'm like, here, Wolfie, 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 Wolfie. Come here, Wolfie, Wolfie, Wolfie. Come out, wherever you are. Like it's like a game of hide and seek, but with a wolf. I don't know if I'd want to play hide and seek with a wolf. Salasia, yay! My other mod, I love you. I love you. I love all my mods. Let's be real. I love everybody. Right? I prescribe to the notion that if you can hate for no reason, you can love for no reason. So I love for no reason. Hi, Winnie. Winnie, did you want to be on the card? That's okay. I don't think that you're, I'm sure there's reasons why you're in and out. It's probably not, you're not sitting there going, I'm not going to do this, right? Okay, I'm going to write Wolfie's cards down. And if Wolfie comes back and says, hey, then... Did you make an appointment with me? Did you make an appointment with me? If not, you need to. So I'm going to write down Neptune and House 12. Okay. You have to make an appointment, sweetheart. Okay. I love you. And you know what? After the live today, we'll do a call. Okay. We'll do a call and check in. Hi, Rappa J. How are you, love? Love you, sweetie. All right. Liz, my love. We have house 5 and Capricorn. Whoa, I almost threw that away. So house 5 being the house of Leo, and Capricorn being the dad of the astrological signs. And about, that's why I said we needed to have a call. I sensed that you needed some support, that there was some support that needed to come out. Yeah. And I feel like the weekend was a long weekend where there wasn't a lot of connection. That's the word I was looking for. The weekend there was not a lot of connection. So I wanted definitely to connect with you today, because I could sense that you definitely need some support right now. Okay. So we'll connect, but definitely make an appointment with me so we can do some work. Okay. So we can do some work. I love you. So Liz, Capricorn in house 5. Capricorn, ambition, realism, and methodical steps. And then house 5, the house of Leo, is about passion, play, creativity, confidence, and children. Okay. So both of those energies here. Which one resonates with you more? Ambition and Capricorn and the dad energy, or the child and the playful energy and the creativity? Like your ambition, like your career is all about creativity and design, right? So these are like, this just represents your whole career in its entirety. Thank you for the roses, Carol. I love you. So which one of these ones speaks to you more, Liz? And I'll give you a list. After Liz is Helena, then Oliviera, and then Sabrina, Rose. Which one, dear? The Capricorn or house 5, Liz? Cap or 5? Yeah, I need. Nope, Jess, you're coming. You're coming. Because I don't know if I'm inverted or what. Like, I don't know which direction they show up for you. So when you ask, when I get whichever card, just give me one of the names, and that'll help. Okay. The bird. Okay, house 5. Aw. Did you know that's very like that you can heal PTSD by listening to the frequency of, or being around bees, right? Like if you could go stand by a beehive, and people that are beekeepers that actually have hives. Hi, Wolfie. Welcome back. I kept your cards aside just to make sure that I did not miss you. And hi, Sour Patch Kid. Yeah, the sound of bees can help you with healing PTSD, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. All right, so I'm gonna read house 5 for Liz, and then I'll read Wolfie's cards. So embrace all the facets of the life you have lived, the mistakes, triumphs, gifts, and struggles. It's such a healing energy. Yep, you're down there as well, Witchy. They live longer. They absolutely do. It's very, very powerful, the energy of the frequency of the bees. So on my Facebook, I actually shared that, and on my Instagram maybe as well, but definitely on my Facebook, I shared that, and I linked a YouTube that's like 9 or 10 hours of bee frequency to listen to, and it's just beautiful. Yes, definitely. Will a recording have the same? Yep. Yes. Yes. And honey is so healing. My bindi woke up there. So embrace, this is for Liz. Embrace all facets of the life you have lived, the mistakes, triumphs, gifts, and struggles. Can you tap into a sense of pride in the person you have become? Let the wondrous being that you are radiate and shine. This extroverted energy says, allow yourself to be seen by both yourself and others. In the coming days, find joyful ways to relish your humanness. If you're an artist, create. If you're an adventurer, explore. If you're a social butterfly, mingle. Find ways to laugh with abandon and feel free. What stokes a burning fire in your belly and fills your heart with a love of life? Prioritize simple fun. Engage with the world and enjoy your physicality. The expression of your authentic self is your brightest offering. How beautiful. It is. It is. It is. Absolutely. Because the honey, it takes all the stuff out of onions. Onions are medicine for sure. And honey definitely as well. Honey is just an amazing, amazing thing. Very, very beautiful. I love it. Just remember not to put honey into boiling water. It's no different than eggs. When you think of honey, right? If you put honey into boiling water and temperatures and stuff, it denaturizes, like it changes the protein, right? Because honey is an animal byproduct, the same as technically eggs are a byproduct, right? But it destroys the proteins. So it just makes it not as effective for sure. Some people claim it makes it toxic, but at the very least, even if you just hold to the fact that if I put honey in my tea or coffee when it's boiling hot, honey in your coffee, but anyway, honey in boiling water, that you are taking the value of it out, right? So yeah, so we want to make sure that we're eating things as healthy as we can, right? And we're keeping as much of the nutrients there as possible. Okay. Alrighty, so Helena is next. So Helena, Oliviera, Sabrina, Rose, Stacy, Jess, XV, Julie, Witchy, Bjorn, and Carol. Oh yes, and I was going to read Wolfie's cards. Hang on. Wolfie had Neptune in house 12. I like to, we got to show them so Wolfie can pick. Look at that. That was nice. So Wolfie, these were the two cards that came up for you, was 12 and house 12 and Neptune. So Neptune's all about dream and transcend, whereas house 12 is all about spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. So there's a lot of transcendence nature coming here. So I think you're transcending. House 12, beautiful. And then we'll get to Helena next. House 12. Move away from sweeping statements like, I am happy, I am depressed, I am success, I am a failure, he is good, he is bad, this is my life forever. Can you embrace yourself and the nature of all living things as multidimensional? You're free to take a completely different shape today than yesterday. And in this moment, you can be many things at once. Names and labels are useful, but limiting. Identify with your soul more than your emotions and your sense of self more than your identity. Oh, I love you too. And yeah, we can always see about shifting around to help out, right? Oh geez, be now. Oh geez, be now. You're welcome, Wolfie. You're welcome. All right, so Helena is next. We could also see if we could move up. You just logged on. Nice. So I don't tend to do that, because if I get into the habit of sending cards to people through TikTok or through Facebook like that, then I end up getting into a situation where I get a lot of people that end up requesting it, because that happened for a little bit where people were like, can you send me a card? And then one person would hear it, and they'd be like, can you send me a, and then it would just start this chain. So, okay. Thank you, Bjorn. I'm blessed. You're blessed. We're all blessed. Absolutely, Leslie. I love that statement, and I love sending that sentiment out to everybody as well. I'm blessed. You're blessed. We're all blessed. And we are. We absolutely are. So Helena, Scorpio and Libra. So Libra is about, oh, I love you too. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Libra is the seventh sign, and Libra is about balance and fairness and beauty, but is definitely about intimate relationships. Libra loves relationships. Like, it is all about your intimate partnerships. And a lot of times it's speaking of finding balance within those relationships. And how can you do that? Because Libra tends to be all into a relationship and maybe giving too much of themselves to it. Scorpio is the eighth sign. So these are actually next door neighbors. Scorpio is the eighth sign, and it's all about intensity, exposing and purging and renewing. So it's, it's mysterious, it's, sexy, it's dark, right? It's like that, like you see Scorpio energy as like being the biker, that's getting the tattoos, and also talking about about spirituality in a dark space. So these two energies together. So maybe there's a purging, which makes sense. You've been going on this big healing journey, a purging and renewing within your relationships. And I see that as being a big, big message for you there. But let's see what Scorpio has to say. You are whole. So Scorpio, a rebirth isn't always loud. Powerful shifts are often subtle. Deep change radiates outwardly in time, but long before, magic happens quietly in the dark. This sacred process begins by going inward to explore dusty thoughts and habits. What's innately yours, and what have you picked up along the way? What's relevant to who you are today? Examining the scaffolding of your life, relationships, work, and belief systems, and see them for what they truly are. Hold your identity loosely, be it your concept of self or the structures that give you shape. Transformation isn't a line you cross, but a road you walk. I love that. I love that line. Transformation is a road you walk, right? It's powerful, powerful. I think I'm putting a post up later about transformation is a road you walk. I think I need to write that down. Transformation is a road you walk. Had to get that down, right? Sometimes inspiration comes in the weirdest spaces, and you just got to go with it. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. It's hammer time. I think, yeah. It's been a while. Okay, after Helena is Oliviera. Cards coming out for Oliviera already. Oh, no. It is definitely, there's some backwards motion for it too. But it feels like it's backwards, but it's not. I like to think of it as like, when you're going on a mountain, right? You're going up, 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 and then you hit a peak, and then you come down a little bit. And then you go up another peak, and then you come down a little bit, right? Let them hear that. I said it out loud, Leslie. I said it out loud. You are whole. You are whole. I said it. Hi, foolish Heyoka. Okay, so I only got one card for Leslie. I only got one card for Oliviera. So the peaks, right? So it seems like you're coming down, or that you're going backwards, but you're not going backwards in the same space. It's not like you went climbed up like this and then slid down the mountain. You went up like this, and then you hit the peak, and you went down into another valley, and then climb up another peak, and then down into a valley. You're not going backwards. It just feels like maybe you're revisiting a lesson to see if you really learned from that lesson, that kind of thing. How are you, love? Yeah, the wings part need to be fixed. I believe we're whole. I am whole. I am whole. Oh, I just got like just some good tinglies there. I am whole. You are whole. We're all whole. Embrace that. Um, so I think I've always had like a more positive energy, but then I was very negatively skewed because I was focusing on all the traumas that I experienced, and then the way that my life was showing up was through those traumas, right? But then as I healed, I began to shift and realizing that exactly how Bjorn is saying that if I plant seeds that are negative all the time by my thoughts, and then I give them, and my emotion is the water, right? So I give the thoughts, I think negative things, feel the emotions and watering it, then I'm going to grow a garden of more negativity, right? I'm going to grow a garden of negativity. But if I hold positive thoughts, and that's not about this toxic positivity, right? If something comes up in your life, let's say you lost a job, right? You honor the fact that you lost a job, and that maybe it's scary or it's sad or you were hurt by the experience, right? Honor the emotions, feel them, deal with the reason why you're feeling those emotions, and then heal, right? So your healing is moving through that. And a lot of times it's the best way to do it is looking at what is the experience or the lesson that I'm learning from this, right? And sometimes we could take some ownership. If you lost a job because you didn't do the job as they wanted the job done, then you could own that and say, you know what, I wasn't really the best employee, and maybe that's because that job didn't align with me. Like I really wasn't happy there. So that was the lesson. Maybe I wasn't meant to be a used car salesman. I tried, but I didn't like it. So then I learned to move on with that. So I can talk about that too, right? And one thing I will say, let's say you're in a toxic relationship, right? And I had a relationship that there was love, but there was toxicity. We were both unhealthy because we had traumas, and we hadn't dealt with what that trauma had gave us for coping mechanisms. So, and we weren't good at soothing our emotions. So we would get very reactionary, right? So we would end up flipping, well, I didn't flip tables, but my partner flipped tables sometimes, right? And so going through that experience, I started to heal. And as I started to, love myself, stay in the present moment, soothe through my emotions, and do all of that, I became really intolerant of the stuff that he was doing because he wasn't healing yet. So I really got to the point about, yeah, I don't really like that behavior. So then I had to remove myself from the equation, right? And so we ended up separating, and he went on his healing journey now, and we're friends from a distance. I mean, we live in different provinces to begin with, so we're friends from a distance, but also we don't connect all that often anymore. So it's really you're working on your thoughts and your emotions and starting and trying to just change them as much as possible, because there's no, what's going on. Like, our thoughts for the most part are useless. Right now, while I'm talking, I'm not thinking and then thinking about what I'm going to speak and then articulating it. I'm just speaking from a space of knowing, right? I don't have to think and then feel the emotion and then speak it outwardly, right? And our thoughts, like, think about when you're driving a car and you go through this space of time and you're like, oh my God, I don't even remember, but you drove. Yay, Liz, thank you for resubscribing. Love you, sweetheart. But that's because right? You know how to drive, the way home, like you know all of that. You don't need to think, I'm going to drive to this, I'm going to drive to whatever, Hunter Street and turn right, and then I'm going to turn left on this. Like, you don't think that, you just know how to do it, right? So you don't have to think those things. So being able to pull yourself into your thoughts and take control of them. So, for me, when I was going through my healing journey, and even when I jumped out into my career, and started my company, there were many times where, financially, not a good situation. But I didn't stay there going, I didn't need to sit there in that moment and say, yeah, my finances aren't great right now. I didn't need to stay there, because all that's doing is bringing emotion into my body of stress and negativity. I knew the facts, but I didn't need to sit there in the facts to recognize it, right? Because all that's doing is affecting my energy. So it's that subtle shift of, okay, so what can I, like, and it's just move into solution based helps us as well, right? Instead of sitting there like just stewing in the, oh my gods, woe is me, is actually a step into solution. So if woe is me in this situation, what am I doing today that I can make changes in to change what tomorrow's going to show up like? So if I'm doing the same thing every single day, then every single day is going to be the same, right? And yes, meditation, grounding, breathing, breath work is huge. And look at the sources of toxicity. If you're trying to move out of toxicity and yet you're hanging around people who are like, oh, the government is crap, this is crap, that's crap, da 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 da, and it's just a constant negativity, then you're exposing yourself to so much of that negativity in your life. It's going to bring you down, right? Or it's perpetuating the previous thoughts that you used to have, right? If you're trying to work to not be negative and hanging around negativity, then it's going to just really shift you back towards that negative space. So eliminate that from your life. If you go on social media and you're seeing this that's triggering you, or not triggering you, but that's giving an emotional reaction, or that's, bothering you, then eliminate it. You don't have to follow anybody. If your mom is posting stuff that's like really negative and, like that's like really negative based stuff that, you don't agree with, then don't follow your mom. Don't, like, either put her in a space, like in that silent space, or actually like take her off your Facebook. Make your Facebook, if you're going to stay on social media, make it support the person that you want to be. And same thing with all your other social medias. Hi, Jaskarat. How are you, love? And breathwork's super, super powerful. Yeah. Our thoughts are energy. The thoughts that we think, they can become the feelings that we feel, and that becomes the things that we do, or we navigate, like energetically, we bring that towards us. So if I'm constantly thinking negativity, I'm bringing negativity to me, right? Yeah. And it's understanding where those triggers come from, right? But you should look at setting up a call with me, Heyoka, and see what I can do to help you navigate through that. Give you a little bit more, couple steps. Even if it's just one session of quantum mind, body, spirit healing, you have no idea how transformational that can be. So for Oliviera, I don't remember who I was at. Oliviera got Leo and Taurus energy. So Taurus is house 2 and Leo is house 5. Taurus is an earth sign and Leo is a fire sign. So we've got some earth and fire energy here. Yes. Right. I had very, very, very big blocks when it came to men. Right. I really had very big blocks. My dad, like, I was sexually assaulted by every single man that was in my mom's life. And I had so much negativity from men, so many bad behaviors around the men that were in my life. So I inherently did not trust men. And I inherently believed that every single man that came into my life was going to hurt me. And guess what? They all did, because that was my belief. And what I believed, I saw within my world. I made that my reality, right? So I had to go into thinking what was in me that was attracting that, right? Because the men that hurt me were no longer in my life. I was keeping it alive, and my belief in my worth and my value and who I am is what kept attracting that. And because I believed that all men would hurt me, so I would call in men to hurt me. I would call in men that were going to show up in these different ways and show me I wasn't good enough. Eventually they're going to abandon me and all these other things. So until I healed me, I was in that frequency of hurt and pain and calling more hurt and pain towards me. So, and it took a bit. It took that moment of saying, not all men are bad, just like not all women are good. It is a spectrum. There is a spectrum of humans, right? Good and bad, good and bad. So, it's just that until I embody the energy and the vibration of what I want to see reflected in my life, I'm going to keep seeing the negativity or the bad. If I think all men are bad, then every man that shows up in my life is going to be bad, because that's what I'm going to magnetize towards me. I love you. I love you. And we do. What I believe is my reality, and what you believe is your reality. And that person that came in and said, like that anyone that channels is schizophrenic, that is her belief and that is her reality. And that's just the way it is, right? Somebody that thinks that you have a human life that begins here and ends here in 70, 80 years, and that's it. And then you become food for the ants. That's their reality. I like my reality to be really expensive. Ricky is on. So for the people that have followed me for a while, they know Ricky. Ricky's on YouTube right now chatting with me, and Ricky is still saying the same stuff. So Ricky, you are able to do things. Ricky's statement is, I am unable to do anything else. Just wait and see if things improve. You're able to do a lot of things. You're able to do a lot of things, Ricky, right? And first and foremost is to work on the negative thoughts that you have. I keep telling you that over and over and over and over and over and over again. When a negative thought comes into your head, as soon as you catch yourself on that, and that's the thing, in the beginning, you'll get quite far into it, right? You'll get quite far into the negative thought track before you're like, oh crap, I'm thinking negative. I'm on this negative train. And then once you catch yourself on the negative train, you're like, stop, it's hammer time. I always do that. I can't have that. Stop, it's hammer time. And pull yourself into the present moment, and then change your thoughts and go to the positive. So, and it's not about like being false positive. You have to love yourself. And yes, there is that belief system. So there are stable men out there, right? We get because we get very concrete in our thoughts, right? So it's kind of like that concept. Like if you look at childhood and you're like, I think that, or if you had this thought, if you're like, all marriages end in divorce, right? Because your parents divorced. So in your mind, all marriages end in divorce. Well, you can look at that statement and be like, wait a second. Not all relationships end in divorce. Otherwise, how would there be people on there that are celebrating their 60th wedding anniversary or 50th or whatever, right? Like, why are there people like in the Notebook who died like the husband passed away and his wife passed away within a year, or they passed away at the same time, right? Because they're so connected to one another, right? Not all relationships. So you got to take the all out of there. And once you take the all out of there, that removes that from being all men are unstable, or because not all men are, right? So see, and you're still holding. That's a very concrete statement to say there are, like Quebec City, there's no stable men, are all unstable, right? So it's really looking at like, how did you come to your belief, right? What was it that brought that belief up? And it could have been a perception thing, right? So let's say your parents said that you have to work hard to make money, right? And if you don't work hard, then you struggle, right? So now you're this person that thinks that they have to really work hard. And if you're not working hard, you're struggling. So that becomes your reality because it's your belief system. But if you look at it, then you look at people like, who's that guy on TikTok that's like, is he working hard? Finds a video where they show you how to, how to how to change things. Oh, thank you, Jaskrit. Thank you. That was so beautiful. Right? If you look at those, like the guy that's like, and he's like, like, so somebody's like, oh, we're going to take this cup and we're going to glue this handle on it, or we're going to tie a string around here and a string around here, and we're going to loop it to this thing and we're going to make a cup, and he just grabs the cup and he's like, all right, he makes millions. So he proves right away, you don't have to work hard to make money. And plus, there's some people who don't work, like lots of people out there that don't have to work hard to make money, right? So that's a shift. Like, that allows you to open up your mind and say, wait a second, what my parents, like, maybe my parent felt that working hard, like that you had to work hard because that's what their reality was. But I don't have to share in that, because I've also seen examples across the board of people who did not have to work hard to make money, and who, when they were in just easily going along, that they were very, very well off, right? So just very, yeah, exactly. You're welcome, Sabrina. See? Okay, Oliviera. Good morning, Teresa. How are you, love? How are you? Love you guys. So we're going to get back to Oliviera's cards eventually. Sometimes I go, blah, 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 blah. Leo and Taurus. So Taurus, the earth. Taurus is all about, like, Taurus, and I love Taurus. I'm rising Taurus. It took me a while to get used to Taurus because, when you think about your rising sign, sometimes you're opposed to it in the beginning because you look at it and you're like, oh, Taurus is stubborn and this, that, and the other thing. But Taurus is sensual. Taurus loves comfort. So, like, I'll show you. This is how I'm lighting up the screen in front of me. I have these twinkle lights, right? So I have twinkle lights on my desk to light up my space. This is a very Taurus thing, right? Loving, like, to make your environment just, pretty and comfortable with soft things. And Taurus is sensual, whereas Scorpio is sexy, right? Like, Scorpio is that more harder kind of, like rock star sexy, right? Whereas Taurus is the sensual, like, belly dancer kind of energy, right? No, your rising sign and moon sign are different. Your rising sign is often how people see you, right? That's how you show up in the world to other people. Whereas your sun sign is really what, like, they oftentimes call your personality, like the way your personality is. But your rising is how other people tend to see you. So your sun is how you see yourself showing up, but your rising is how people see you showing up. And your moon is your emotions. Your emotional center inside your body. So many times, like, many astrologers think that you should actually follow your moon sign a little more closely, because that's your inner emotional landscape. And think about, if our thoughts create our emotions, and our emotions are this inner landscape, our emotions drive our actions, which then is what our reality shows up as. So there should be some serious weight given to your moon sign. To find your moon sign is easier than finding your rising, because the moon signs change every 2.5 to 3 days. So as long as you weren't born on a day where you have, like, where the moon shifted, so then you're like, okay, was I in the morning or afternoon? Then that was fine. But to know your rising, you really need to know the time of birth as well as the place in which you were born, because your rising sign changes every 2.5 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours, right? So all 12 signs are spread over the 24 hours of the clock. So to find your rising sign would be harder if you didn't know the time that you were born, because it shifts so much. Yes. Hello, good morning. Thank you. Okay, so I got it. Ooh, yes. So can you see yourself embodied in a golden bubble? Okay, so think about, and this light shows up differently on there, like it shows up as this, but see yourself in a beautiful golden bubble. And then you can do this thing of call like completely around you, right? And you can reach your arm out in both directions, up all the way down around your feet, this beautiful bubble that completely encases your entire being. And then you're going to you can call on Archangel Michael or any benevolent beings who have your best interest in mind, and ask them and your higher self, God, source, whatever you want, the universe, however you think of what's more than us, call on them to help you strengthen the protective barrier around you, and then call your energy back to you from every time, place, dimension, person, thing, entity that has it. Draw it right back to you. Hi, honey. Pull it right back to you. No, when you look at your natal chart, it's so vast, right? Like Mercury is how you think and communicate and network. So whatever sign is in there would be how you would show up in that space, right? And that's to the royal blue cloak or blue flame is just beautiful. Calling on Archangel Michael or any other benevolent beings to help you protect yourself more within your energetic sphere that you're sitting in, right? And then call your power back to you, and also ask that any energy that is within this golden orb that you're sitting in, that it be cast out, that does not serve your highest good. So cast out the negative energy from your space as well. So call your energy back, cast out any negative energy that's not in your highest good, which no negative energy really would be. Cast that aside and reinforce that energetic sphere. That's what I would say. And you can also do a thing where, like this is something that another empath had shared with me at one point, and I have used it as well, but and it's putting yourself in an egg, and you can zip it up, right? So you think of yourself stepping into an egg shape, like that goes all around your body, that you step into it and you zip it up, and nothing is allowed. I used to do that, but not stepping into an egg. I used to just see myself in the orb, and I used to see the orb as being the semi-permeable membrane. And I had this visualization that I used to do where it would allow positive and neutral energy in it, but negative energy would bounce off the outside of this orb. And I would keep doing that. I would just see the energy, any negative energies, and for me, I could let any of my energy out of the orb if I wanted to, right? So that's what I mean by semi-permeable. So positive and neutral could come and go as it wished. Negative energy could not come in, could only go. It was a one-way transfer. So you could try that as well, like any two of those techniques, whether it's zipping yourself up into an egg that's protective, or seeing yourself in an orb where it's bouncing off, or doing the protective, like in the shielding, and calling on whatever benevolent support you can to help shield you. Olivia is like, we're never going to read my card. Hello. Okay. So we've got Leo and Taurus. Love you. Love you. Mwah. I hope to see you again. Tomorrow we're on in the evening. So tomorrow is from 7 p.m. till probably about 10 p.m. that the live will be. So and that's Eastern time zone. Okay. So tomorrow night, 7 p.m. We're going to try this for June, see how this works. If it's, if I'm not feeling the vibe afterwards, then maybe in July we'll go back to having 9 a.m. to 12 every day again, or something. Who knows? But so we've got Taurus. Taurus is trust, patience, and sensuality. And it's all about your resources. So the second house, which is the house that oversees Taurus, is about your resources. Taurus likes luxury and comfort and sensuality, and but the second house, or Taurus energy, is about my money, not your money, my money, and definitely not where your and my money meet. It is mine, mine, mine. Taurus has that mine, mine, mine energy. Leo is about self-confidence, loyalty, creativity. They're very playful, passionate, you know, that little bit of romance. They're like the sun, right? Because that's the planet that sees the sun, is this very beautiful sun. Schedules are hard. I like being in flow too. But I feel like for the people that are working with me or following me, that it's nice to give them structure. So that's why I embody structure. But I really like to just go with the flow. That's the way I like to work too. I have backdoor schedules, but I never adhere to them because I just go with the flow. So Oliviera, between the passion of our beautiful Leo energy or the sensuality, financial trust and level of Taurus, which one of these cards would you like to have read? Oh, it's Alicia. I'm going to cuddle him because I like riding by the seat of the pants. Exactly. So Taurus or Leo for Oliviera. Which card would you like to read? Leo? I like that. Because Leo's come up a couple of times today. So let's see what Leo has to say, because I think this might resonate with a few of the different I think it's going to resonate with many people. We got rising star number 39. Thank you, Salasia. That was a big gift. That was like really that was I just can't even speak now. So do you ever morph into an unnatural shape to fit in or avoid taking up too much space? I know you do, Olivia. Your angels have come to say, we are, Teresa, you are perfect and lovable just as you are, a beautiful, unique soul. Authentic self-expression is your birthright. Recognize where you twist and shrink and allow yourself to express more freely. Live out loud and give energy to things that ignite genuine joy and passion within. Move away from relationships that dim your light. Wear your eccentricities with pride. Being true to yourself is a noble act, inspiring others to do the same. When we boldly step up and step into our authentic self, we do become, like a waypoint or a way shower for other people to say, hey, you can do it too. Although I will tell you, some people don't like to see you change for two reasons. Some people don't like to see you change because they like the little space that you're in right now because they get to take advantage of you, or they like the way that they get to have you in their life. And you changing sometimes means that you're going to have boundaries that you didn't have before, and those boundaries are going to restrict them. Or, being authentic, if you start talking about things that maybe they're not used to, like, so for me to go from traditional westernized medicine to talk about holistic health, that's a big shift. Some of my nursing friends may not agree with that. But the other part is that some people like to keep you in the place that you're in because they like to be able to take advantage of you or manipulate you, or they've been using you for so long. They don't want to see you move out of that space because they want to keep using you. The other people don't like to see you change because you just shine a bright light on the fact that they're not willing to, right? So you're just that like a flashlight in the face of you're too scared to step into your authenticity. So shine anyway. Shine anyway. Be bold and shine anyway. It can, but it'll get better. It'll get better as it goes, because the more of us that start, I'm right. I just got goosebumps reading what you said there, witchy kind of woman. Yes. Right. I love you, Oliviera. Oliviera is fantastic. Just such a beautiful, beautiful, right? Absolutely. And Leo's like, they're just as a fellow fire sign, I like my Leos. Okay, after Oliviera, we are at, and I gotta color these guys. Color me wonderful. Color me wonderful. We are at Sabrina, and then after Sabrina is Rose, Stacy, Jess XV, Julie, Witchy, Bjorn, Carol, and then Teresa. Okay, so that's the list. if I spell right, one-handed. Got a potential fraud call again. My calendar is going to be full. I see a full calendar. I see me working with a lot of people. What element do I love them all. I love them all. They all have their unique things that they like to bring. And I don't know if there's really, because the signs, like when you look at your natal chart and how everybody has all the signs in there in different ways, we really just, you're so diverse, right? So I just, yeah, I don't really dislike any signs. I can't think of any that I butt heads. Like I can't think of any off the top of my head. But I do tend to magnetize more of certain signs around me. I have a lot of fire signs around me for sure. Gemini, I just love Gemini because Gemini is my opposite. But when we look at Gemini and Sagittarius, they're more close than they are opposite. Like they are more similar than they are opposing. So, that's a change as well. I have 6 fire in my chart, 6. And 5 are Sagittarius and 1 is Aries. The only Aries that I have is on Chiron. So my wounded healer is Aries. Every other one of them is Sagittarius fire. I have no Leo energy. That's for my brother, I guess, and my son. Hi, Jamil. You got 6 Capricorn? Oh, daddy. That sounded so funny saying that to you, Riley. We meet at 4 p.m. Eastern this Friday, or Saturday, sorry. 4 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. That was hilarious calling you daddy, but Capricorn is the daddy of the astrological signs. So that's why I said that. But oh my God, I love you, Riley. Oh, Olivia, I love you. All right. So for Sabrina, the moon and Mercury. The moon is your emotions, right? So when we look at the moon, we are looking at when we're looking at the moon, we're looking at our emotions, right? Like emotion, like what is our inner emotional landscape, right? Which is, I love you too, Riley. When we look at our emotional 5 p.m., what's 5 p.m.? Oh, yes. Yes. I don't have anyone signed up for it. Melinda, nobody signed up for this session of divine healing. So I was just going to not even run it this time. I was just going to say, that's fine. Nobody signed up for it. We'll just redo it in July and maybe we'll do something different with it. But it is. It's quite a learning experience, learning all of the different signs. But yeah, nobody signed up for this week's. Once a month, I run a thing called Divine Healing. And the Divine Healing is all about the stuff that I did to heal myself. So I, through nutrition, breath work, all of those things. So this month, I'm just not going to do it. We're not going to run it. I will rerun it in July. And I think I'm going to just do some tweaking of it and we'll see what we don't come up with for July. Cause it could be kind of fun. But yeah, I love you, Teresa. I love you. I love you, witchy kind of woman. Okay. So the moon is your emotional inner emotional landscape. And it's all about like expressing yourself and nurturing. That's the energy of the moon. And then you have Mercury, and Mercury is all about your communication and how you're thinking. And these two energies together is what we end up, I love you infinitely too. All time. So we have Mercury, which is how you think and feel. How you think and communicate. These two energies, this is manifestation in a nutshell. What are you feeling and what are you thinking, right? And then that's going to drive how are you showing up? What are you doing day to day? So for me, I want to have a really successful company. So I think that I'm going to have a successful company. I feel the emotions of how I'm going to feel if my company, like not if, but when my company, change the language, always watch your language, when my company is successful. And then every day I do something towards that. So like today, hi, I'm working in my company, right? So That's the way that moves through. So Sabrina, hi, how are you, spiritual? So which one would you like to have read to you, the moon or Mercury? So you want to look at how you think, communicate, and network, or do you want to look at how you should be nurturing yourself and others and expressing your emotions? Which one's resonating more with you today, Sabrina? Moon? I was looking like this. I was like, I used to keep my natal chart open all the time so that I could just refer to it anytime that I wanted to. Yes, trust. I can put you down. I can put you down for sure. There we go. Oh, yes. Okay. The moon. The moon. I opened it right to it. So Sabrina, have you been pushing yourself? Oh, thank you. Have you been pushing yourself too hard? Your angels remind you periods of rest or simply being are not only allowed but vital for the alignment of yourself and spirit. Where do you feel most at peace? So when we're looking at, oh, hi, kitty man. When my brain just went, hee hee. I'm going to take a sip of coffee while my brain it's just rebooting a little bit. You're a human being, not a human doing. But our society has us believing that we're only as good as our accomplishments. We're only as good as what we're producing or consuming and stuff like that, right? Like we get into that energy of I've got to go, 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 do, make, consume, right? Like I have to have more. When you don't have to do anything to be valuable or worthy or deserving. You're a human being. You merely have to be deserving and to be worthy and to be lovable and to be loved. All of that stuff. You are already enough. Always. And I'd like to talk about the car. If we jump in our car and we push the gas to the floor and we're like, go, 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 what's going to happen? Well, a couple of things potentially. You're going to run out of gas because if you keep the gas to the pedal, eventually you're going to run out of gas. You are going to, if you keep the pedal you're going to break down because your car can't stand to be just run the whole time. You think how far you could go on one tank of gas, right? If you don't, and you keep going and going and going and going and going, or you run out of gas. So you're going to empty your cup until you have nothing left to give to anybody and you burn out or break down. So it's important when you're in a car, you drive and stop. Sometimes you even get out of the car and just let it be for a bit in rest mode. My car's been resting all night, in fact, right? And then I might get out and go in it and I'll put the gas on, and then I'll put the brake on and I'll pause for a second and gas and brake and gas and brake. And then a big rest, right? So that we have to do that. We have to do that more, right? So that's important to remember. We can't go without thinking that we're going to burn out and understanding that your worth has nothing to do with consumption or doing, right? It has nothing to do with that. Ooh, a downpour. That's okay. I've been, like we said, we're watering the earth. We're watering the earth just nicely. We don't want to flood it. We just want to water it nicely. We're giving a drink, right? And exactly where we recharge. So the divine masculine is the go, 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 do energy. The divine feminine is receive and surrender, right? So we have to, we are both, all of us have divine feminine and masculine, but we have to embody both states. We can't be all this or all that. We have to be both, right? Both. Okay, so whether it's a cocoon where do you feel most at peace? Whether it's a cocoon in your home or a loving place in nature, nest and connect with your sanctuary. Sink into your layers within with nowhere to go, no one to be. Quiet your layers within quiet your mind through meditation, a gentle walk, or journaling. What feelings, wishes, and memories float beneath the surface? Greet and explore everything you find, pushing nothing aside. In the midst of these hazy waters, notice your eternal presence, the one who watches, anchored beneath the sea. Know this presence as your unshakable truth, your mother within, your boundless soul. Learn her language, your intuition, and honor her above all else. When we sit and we just allow ourselves into that divine feminine receptive energy, our intuition peaks, right? Well, we're in that active state of pursuing and doing. We don't sense, we're not in our intuition as much as we should be, unless we're in state of flow, but that's a different state. So how can you nurture yourself? How can you give yourself some more space to just be and love yourself? Man, did you go and get yourself some poison ivy, Riley? So after Sabrina is Rose. So Rose, if you're there, let me know. And if you're not there, then I'll move on. After Rose is Stacy. And if Stacy's not there, then we'll move to Jess XV. Welcome back, Salasia. Hi, Savvy McStacy. All right, Savvy McStacy. Hi, Rose Cakes. I'll do Savvy McStacy and then Rose, okay? Because I saw Gemini. Oh, I love Geminis. You guys are the social butterflies. You guys flit around and learn all these little things, and then you go and tell everybody about these little things and chitty chatty. And, like, you're just, I love you guys. Definitely. I love that. Right away, embodying that energy, right? You're listening to the moon and you're going to go take a little nappy. I love it. Okay. So Savvy McStacy, she wanted to have a lot of cards. So that's okay. We only read one. We just read the bottoms of all the other cards and kind of give a little bit of it. Yeah, oatmeal can be very handy. There's a lot of like Aveeno that has some of the they like to jump out for you. That has oatmeal in it. Like there are some products out there that have it. So we have House 6, which is again your daily habits, healthy routines, health and wellness, servitude, all of that type of energy. House 12 is spirituality, transcendence, karma, healing, all of those things. And then we've got Pluto, which is about transformation. And we've got Yin, which is the female energy of receptivity, your intuition, your trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. So 4 different cards, but very similar themes. So which one of these cards resonates with you the most? Nope, you can't say number Yin. Let's do Yin. Yin's would be number 4. Never mind. We'll do number 4. It works. I was like, wait a second. I don't know which one's your number 4. And then I went, wait, if we just go by logic of the fact that the number 4th card that I said, it would probably be the number 4th card. I can count to 4. I can. When I went to nursing school, they told me all I needed to do is have a grade 6 math. I mean, I had a much better than grade 6 math, but that's what they used to say. Hi, Chinny Heart. I love the Yin card. I love the Yin energy, and I love the message that it gives us. So, Yin. And these are the signs that are Yin. So there's 6 signs are Yin, 6 signs are Yang, so masculine energy, and 6 signs are feminine energy. The signs that have feminine energy are Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces. Those are all the female Yin or female energy cards. So Yin, allow space for stillness. Release any pressure to perform or express. Travel inward, nurture your private world. Go for a gentle walk in nature, sit for a warm cup of tea, or take an afternoon nap. Anything that supports you in deep presence with yourself. You don't need to look outside yourself for definition or validation. Trust in this moment, marinate in this magical space where anything is possible. As a long-term practice, consider your balance between yin and yang. Yin being the spiritual energy and yang being the material energy. Yin being being, yang being doing. Being and doing. Both vital energies ebb and flow within as two sides of creation. Do you feel a harmonious balance within you? Right? So that's a beautiful, beautiful message. Hey, Ricky, what's up, bud? What's up, love? Very applicable. Take a nap, relax, do all of the things. So the masculine energy are, all three fire signs are masculine, for sure. And so we've got Aries, Gemini. I think the air signs. I think it's the fire and air signs are the yang energies. I'm looking. So yang. Nice. Peace and light and love to you too. So the yang energies are Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. So it's your fire and air are yang, and your water and earth are yin. Okay. You have a beautiful day too, Stacy. Savvy McStacy. Okay, Rose is next. Rose is next. I hope you have a beautiful day. Blessings to you, friend. No, right? Sassy energy. I like it. It's spicy, but a nice spicy. So compatibility is where we get where it's compatibility is more complex than that. You know, they tend to look at like elementals. All the elementals will tend to be compatible with one another. So all the fire signs would be compatible, and then oftentimes your opposing can be, you know, like opposites attract, right? So for Sagittarius, Gemini being the opposing energy, they would attract. Now that makes really good sense with Sagittarius and Gemini because they're more alike than they are different anyway. We love to travel, we love to chat, we love to learn, we, you know, like all of those things. But some of the opposing energies, like, you know, Taurus and Scorpio are opposing energies, and Taurus is, you know, like, because they're sensual versus sexy, my money versus where our money meets, things like that opposing energy. And sometimes that creates some friction, right? That's why when we get into full moons, we always have that friction between the two opposing poles, right? That duality. But when you look at the complexities of a natal chart, it's very, very narrow to say my sun sign is Sagittarius. So that means that I'm going to be compatible with every Aries or every Leo or every Sagittarius or even every Gemini, because I'm a Sagittarius with a Taurus rising and a Virgo moon. And, you know, I have lots of Sagittarius placements for sure. But when you're looking at those things, right, and you could even look at like, what's your Venus placement, which Venus is the goddess of love, right? So how are you going to show up with love? So looking at things like that, like it's much more complex than just saying my sun sign supposedly compatible with yours, because the other compatibility is neighbors. So Sagittarius, neighbors, Capricorn, and Scorpio. So because we're really close together in those charts, we would get along as well. So there's all these different ways to look at compatibility within the astrological signs, right? So yeah, it's very broad to just say one sign is always complementary to another sign. Although I do love Aries and I do love Sagittarius and Leo, right? But I love all the signs. I love everybody. I say that all the time. If people can hate for no reason, I can love for no reason. So I love everybody unconditionally. I love that. I just don't have to love everybody to the point where they're in my house. I don't have to love everybody and have a relationship with them. I can love them and wish them well from afar. I love the yang. The yang energy is like we're the ones. And when you think about that, like fire energy, like it's very passionate. Like let's go, right? And even air, like the mental is just like let's do this. Like they're like thinking, right? Like let's go, right? So it's definitely a lot of thinking energy there, right? It's always go. Whereas emotions are fluid and flowy, and that's why, and they're very feminine energy. And Earth is really grounded and practical and just like, stable, right? So that just being and receiving, and that's how those energies are separated. Okay. Nice. Which air sign are you, Chinny Heart? So Rose, I finally got your cards. House 5 and Gemini. So Gemini is the social butterfly, and I love the chirpy bird. And house 5 is the house of Leo. So house 5 is that very creative, passionate. This is a lot of yang energy here between these two. I love Aquarius. You out of the box thinker. You're so unique and expansive and humanitarian, and I love the Aquarius energy. It's beautiful. So Gemini is about intellect, curiosity, and networking. Like I said, they're very curious. So they go and learn things, and then they learn those things and they're like, I got to share. So then they go and tell everybody about all the stuff that they learned, and they have all these wild conversations, like chatty. And, I as much as I like the butterfly because of that social butterfly of Gemini, they could also have a squirrel on here, because that would represent Gemini as well. Very, very well, of that little bit of a squirrel energy. House 5, the little songbird, like they're very proud of themselves. They have creativity, passion. They are, let's go play. Let's go have fun, right? Like that beautiful energy, and they're confident. Like think about that proud lion, right? That proud lion, and they can be very trustworthy and stuff. So which of these energies, Rose, would you like to look at? Which one of these cards would you like No, the Gemini's people are confused by Gemini, and I'll explain that too. Gemini has the energy of this and that are both true. Whereas many of us, we don't look at this and that being true. We're like, this is true or that is true. And Gemini is like, nope, both are true. And that's not about a split personality thing. They just have a very much more open intellect. They're very, very open-minded in that concept of both things can be true. Both this and that are true. If we look at that, like, there's statistically a high number of divorces, but not all relationships end in divorce, right? Those are kind of opposite, because many people would say all relationships end in divorce, and there is a high number of divorces, whereas other people wouldn't say that. But they just definitely embody the concept of both things can be true, which makes it seem like they change their mind, or they change their mind, but they're not, right? They hold both spaces. So it's not a split personality, or that concept of split personality. And I know you're not saying that everybody that's Gemini has a split personality. They just have, like I said, that open-mindedness. House 5, Rose. Embrace all facets of life you have lived, the mistakes, triumphs, gifts, and struggles. Can you tap into a sense of pride in the person you have become? Let the wondrous being that you are radiate and shine. This extroverted energy says, allow yourself to be seen by both yourself and others. In the coming days, find joyful ways to relish your humanness. If you're an artist, create. If you're an adventurer, explore. If you're a social butterfly, mingle. What stokes a burning fire in your belly and fills your heart with a love of life? Prioritize simple fun. Engage with the world and enjoy your physicality. The expression of your authentic self is your highest offering, right? And then Leo is definitely that. They are a showman. They are definitely the showman of the whole astrological chart. The sun, right? That charismatic sun energy is the sun, and so embody that. How can you shine in your beautiful authentic self? Because the more you shine being your beautiful, authentic self, the more that you're going to pull your soul tribe and divine partner and all those good things that are authentically aligned to you. True love, right? Because you're being your true self. So you get true love instead of your false self getting fake love, right? So after Rose is Stacy. So we're going to check. So Stacy, looking for Stacy. And then, no, sorry. Stacy we just did. Jeepers. See, this is why I got to color my chart. Color that, put some blue in there. Bloop. All right, Jess. Jess's card is now. Then Julie, Witchy, Bjorn, Carol, Teresa, and Spiritual. And that'll be it for today for cards. But I'll be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern for anyone else that wants cards or just to hang out and hang out with us. Come and hang out with us and we'll talk about a whole bunch of things. And then I'm going to hop on a mod squad call with my girls. Okay, Neptune and fire. So fire element, this is for the signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Fire is passionate, right? But it can be aggressive if it's not tamed, right? So fire, confidence, bravery, passion, and optimism. All of the fire signs, they're all very optimistic. All of these traits are within all of the fire signs. And then you got Neptune, and Neptune's about dreaming and transcending. So how can you bring some confidence to yourself as you're going through this transcendence? Like and Neptune's going to ask you to look at your dreams. What are your dreams telling you, right? So keep a pen and a piece of paper beside your bed. And when you wake up in the morning, try to wake up slowly so that you kind of roll over and grab the book and then write it down. And also say to yourself before you go to bed, I'm going to remember my dreams in the morning. Although if you're smoking anything or ingesting THC through any of the forms, THC can mute our ability to recall our dreams. I don't know if it really stops you from dreaming, but you at least don't remember them. And it does change your sleep patterns. So which one of these two guys resonates with you more? Do you want the fire or the Neptune? And look at what our dream and transcend, or fire, passion, and bravery. And I love you coming and hanging out with us too, Teresa. Yay! Yeah. I went through a long time smoking every day. I smoked and I did not dream. Oh, I did not dream. And I thought I slept well, but I sleep better now and I dream. So it's really nice. Neptune, I had a feeling. There was a small little bit of me that was like, well, she's a Leo. She might pick fire just because it's her element. But I was hoping you would pick, right? Yeah, I know from experience. I like the Neptune card. The Great Dissolver reveals how thin the veil truly is between worlds. Reality is more psychedelic than your five senses allow you to believe. Your angels invite you to get lost in your imagination with the wonder of a child. With curiosity, explore energy work and spiritual modalities. Deepen your connection to the divine. Engage in acts of selfless service and feel your interconnectedness. The ethereal realms communicate through your subconscious, so honor your dreams and write them down before they're lost in daylight. Let their images and meanings percolate. Extract wisdom and inspiration from these experiences. They will support you in living more deeply. I do. I do have awesome, awesome moderators. I'm so, so happy about that. Ooh, check that out. Listen, like check what Witchy said. Jess, about the dragon from Neptune is in your auric is in your auric field, and we can call on all kinds of benevolent beings to come and support us at any point in time. Okay, so just note that. Hi PQ Cancer, I love it. All right, I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Yes. Right. We're gonna keep hearing those messages. Hi Renee. Hi love. How are you, my friend? All right. After Jess is Julie. And then after Julie is Witchy Kind of Woman. Whoa. Hi. Hi, Samantha. Love to you. Love to you. We got like three cards flew out really fast. Really, really fast for you, Julie. I hope you're still there, my love. Because I'm at noon and I typically only go until noon. I've actually stopped the list where it is today. Thanks, Renee. That's so pretty. I love that. Just a reminder though, top gifters for June, I want to make sure I say this before I leave, but top gifters for June, they will receive, the top gifter, the number one gifter for June is going to receive one of my quantum mind body spirit healing sessions valued at almost $300. So very, very awesome gift up for grabs for the month of June. I'm super excited to see who wins it. So I'm just waiting for Julie to show me that she's still here and that I hope she didn't fall asleep. Although this is the earlier one, so maybe not. And I love you. I love you. You have a wonderful day too, Jess. Hope you have a beautiful day. All right, I'm going to put these down until we see Julie say something. And so Witchy Kind of Woman is next. Okay. Vintage Rain Market. Nice. Where are you located, Vintage Rain Market? I'm curious. I'm like, where are you located? We did so good. We got to Rising Star 46. We got almost 30,000 likes. This is not the time to stop doing the likes. Melinda is like the rapidy tappity tap tap tapper. So you guys have to make up for her. You have to make up for her being gone, okay? So you guys have to tap really good because she's really, really good. Yeah, I think it's the gifts. I think the Rising Star is based purely on, I think, unless you hit 100K. If you get 100K in likes, then you go viral and you become, so this just means that when you're on the live screen, if you're not following me in any way and you go to the live thing, I think that the person that's number one, you'd have to scroll and you'd get to like the 46th person, and that's where I would be on the live screen. I think that's what the Rising Star thing means, but that could be the daily. I don't know. TikTok. I'm just here to provide healing and messages. My dog has crashed out on the couch, which is nice. All righty. You know, you got half of the morning's cards back again because we had fixed and we had earth for this morning. I'm pretty sure. So both of these are that patient, stable, persistent energy. Aw, I love you, spiritual amethyst. Thank you for that. You are a blessing being here with me as well. This is yours. This is yours, Witchy Kind of Woman. So the earth sign, right? That's Taurus. That's Virgo, and that is Capricorn. So those are our three earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And it's persistence, patience, practicality, and then fixed. Fixed is the modality that oversees Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius. So those are the fixed signs. And that's stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. So, which one of you lovely ladies, or which one of these cards would you love, my lovely lady? Earth or fixed? What message would you like to hear? I'm going to separate them. I was just tapping. Earth sign? Perfect. We'll read the earth. Yee. Carol's a subscriber. She's got the stars up there. So earth. The place is here. The time is now. What wisdom lives in this very moment? Refrain from plotting and planning and explore the subtle details of the presence. Walk one foot in front of the next, connecting with every step. Sink deeper beneath the surface and see today as a creation of your spirit. What is the divine showing you through your present reality? There is a golden elixir braided into every moment. It's yours to be found through deep presence. That is like being in deep presence is so powerful. It's so powerful. I love trying to be as present as I can, as much as I can. And if I go out in my brain, it's usually into the imagination of imagining the bold future, the amazing future, right? And I love that idea of connecting to each step as you walk, right? And you know what I do sometimes when I'm walking, like if I go out and I'm walking on the like by the wetlands over there that I walk beside, there's a paved path, but I walk off the path on the grass, so I connect to the ground more when I'm walking, even though I'm wearing shoes. But just the difference between walking on concrete and walking on the grass, so different, the connection that you feel to the earth doing that. So that's a suggestion for you. Get your feet up, or just go in your backyard and put your little tootsies in the grass. get them right on the grass and walk around in your backyard. I might walk around in my backyard at some point today. I went through my tabs. That's a good thing. I went through my tabs. I have like 17 open now. Only 17. And I mean, one is the editor for my website. One is my mod list. One is my calendar. One is my inbox, right? One is my calendar. I have, stuff like that, right? I cut them down quite a bit. So it was a big one. Oh, and an announcement, guys. All of you 54 that are here, I love you guys. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I am making a planner. So I have a gratitude affirmation daily planner that I've created. It's complete. I am publishing it through KDP, so Kindle Direct Publishing. It will be available on Amazon. I'm hoping before the end of the month. I was hoping to get it done by the 21st so that it'll be ready to be released on summer solstice as like the celebration for summer solstice. However, because because Acrobat to do the form field so that you can fill it in on, because I want to make it so that it's an ebook as well that's fillable. So while I'm doing that as making it the ebook that's fillable, it's taking a little while. So because it's taking a little while, that's okay. But I'm trying to get it done for the 21st. I'm just like going to pray that Acrobat is not going to be so slow. It's going to work for me, not against me, and it's going to make this easy. And it's going to be amazing. So definitely. And organization. Yeah. I always joke around when I'm really organized. I'm like, wow, look at my Virgo moon. Look at my Virgo moon starting to take over, because my Sag is not. Right? Yeah. It's just the work. Yesterday I worked in the morning on it, and then I took the rest of the day off. I spent it with my mom. We went out and we we went around, we did some shopping, and we hung out and played cards and did stuff like that. And when I came home last night, there was the temptation to jump on and start doing it. And I said, no, I spent the whole evening away from my dog, and he's been home sitting out by himself. So I said, I'm going to do something. And I took him for a walk. And then I came back and I watched a movie, which I don't do very often. So I sat down and watched a movie so we could cuddle on the couch together so I could give him some attention, because I know he missed me because I work at home. So he has me home all day long. Yeah, because I'm gonna get her doing some quantum healing sessions, right? I've done like quantum healing, like in the sense of, I got the spirit's like, yes. My spidey senses confirm that. So I like that. I do believe I'm going to get it done too, because I found a small little hack. When I was working with the Adobe thing doing the forms, I would put down a text box, right? I would put down a text box and just go to shift the text box a little bit, and it would hang for like a minute. It would just sit there and I'd be like, oh my God, I have 700 and like over 700 pages, because there's a day side and an evening side of the planner. So I'm like, I have over 700 pages. And if I have to wait a minute every time I move a text box just a little bit, I'm going to be insane by the time I get this done. But then I realized if I do it correctly on one page, I can copy that entire page and all of its content. And then I go to the next one, delete it and paste it. And it goes so much faster. Oh, yes. I was to see it just following through. So much easier. Okay. After Witchy is Bjorn. Bjorn is gone though. She couldn't stick around. So after Bjorn is Carol. So yeah, once I figured out this hack yesterday, because I was actually the night before, I stayed up till like 1:30 in the morning working on it. And I kept sending Snapchats to my girlfriend and I'm like, look at this. And it's just like, you couldn't even do a whole Snapchat video. You know how long they are in the time from moving it to this time when the thing stopped going around. That's how long it would take longer than one whole video, like where you repeat more over and over and over, right? Like you get multiple videos together. You could do all the videos in Snapchat till you couldn't video anymore and it would still be hanging. And my girlfriend was like, oh my God, she's Gemini. So she was definitely like, oh my God. So yeah, I'm so glad that that I figured this little hack out. So I'm looking forward to getting it speedy now. I'm going to see it happening. Okay. So Carol is next, then Teresa and spiritual. Whoa, Carol. Carol was just flying. So Carol got Taurus, which we've talked about is trust, patience, sensuality. Is an earth sign. It's the second sign in the zodiac. So this is like a smaller child. So that's why we think when, Aries is like the infant, and then this is the toddler. And when you think about the Taurus energy of mind, and being a bit stubborn, that's that energy. But it's also your resources. So your financial and stuff like that. I love you. I love you. My Taurus rising. Absolutely. I love the energy, right? It takes and it's okay to be stubborn. That's how we get things done sometimes, is just like power through it, right? We're going to push through. So trust, patience, and it's also sensual. We love the gorgeous groundedness. We love the comfort, the creature comforts, luxury, sensuality in that sense. I love you. You have a beautiful, blessed day. Thank you so much for being here. Mwah. I love you through all time and space. And then Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is an air sign, and Aquarius is the 11th sign in the zodiac. And Aquarius are the original thinkers. They're out of the box thinkers. They tend to be the most unique people within the zodiac sign. They're not afraid to fly their freak flag, as it would be to say it that way. They're not they're out of the box thinkers, original. They're philanthropists and humanitarian on a global scale. So just beautiful energy. So which one of these cards resonate with you the most, and which one would you like to hear the message from, Carol? Taurus. Let's hear about Taurus. Although the message is not never ever is like they have a little bit in it, but they tend to expand beyond the Taurus sign. But so Taurus, lover of beauty, stability, patience, and trust. I just wanted to throw that out there. So perhaps you've been feeling out of alignment or fearful. Be patient and trust in the process of becoming. Sink deeply into each moment, even if you find yourself in trying times. Feel your way into each forward step, always asking yourself what aligns and what doesn't. Your body is an instrument to connect to the wisdom of this moment. So honor your inner knowing through every sensory experience. Give your growth the gift of time. There's no rush. The blossomed rose lives within the bud. So just be patient. Growth is happening, but it's going to be happening in divine timing. So just allow yourself that opportunity to be patient and trust in the process, and just be comfy. Just delve into that sensual comfort space. You know, connect with the earth, connect with that patience, and trust in your body. Right, and get in and ground in your body a bit more. I think it's just a beautiful message for you, Carol. And hi, Granny Debbie. Granny Debbie's backup. That's cool having a backup. You're welcome, love. So Teresa. Hi, Granny. How are you, love? So we got Teresa, and then, okay. All right. We got Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is optimistic. They are explorers, the adventurers of the zodiac. They love travel, higher education. They love like expansive topics. So like philosophy, religion, spirituality, though I like it more on the spirituality concept. And they're very passionate and brave as well. They're like the golden retriever. That's what I see. I'm a Sag too. Me too. That's how I see Sagittarius. They're almost like a golden retriever, right? Like they're loyal, kind of like, you know, I don't know. They're just that energy. And maybe it's because my son's a Sagittarius and he definitely embodies golden retriever energy. Mutable. So mutable is another modality of the signs, and it is the modality for Gemini, for Virgo, for Sagittarius, and for Pisces. So the 3rd, the 6th, the 9th, and the 12th of the signs. So those are all the mutable signs. And mutable energy is about surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. Ah, nice. I'm the 6th of December, so I'm Sag. I'm definitely a Sagittarius. But with Taurus rising and Virgo moon, I like to consider that I have a lot of earthy elements, but a lot of Sag. I have five Sagittarius elements within my sign. And then conjunction. So conjunction is about coming together. You're born on the same date as my ex, the father of my children, actually. So really interesting. So conjunction, when we have a new moon, that's when the sun and moon are in conjunction because they're on the same side, 0 degrees concept, right? So we have a new moon when the sun and moon are in the same sign. That's a new moon. So conjunction is all about a union, merging and coming together. So between Sagittarius, mutable, and conjunction, which one of these ones resonates resonates more with you? Sag. I love it. Let's hear about the Sagittarius energy a little bit more. How do you navigate life? Do you typically respond emotionally or logically, passively or actively? Are you a bold mover or a safe player? Maybe a mix of it all. It's time to begin piloting from a broader, deeper belief system. You're being asked to develop a moral code or personal creed, anything from a self-written sentence filled with integrity and expressing your values to a full-blown life philosophy. Develop an ethical umbrella unique to you. Shape the lens through which you pilot your life. It will set you free and elevate your navigation skills. I like that. That's nice. That is really nice. Really nice. Let's develop a creed, a personal creed, and allow it to pilot us. And then we've got spiritual amethyst. Okay. And just a reminder, if you didn't have an opportunity to have your card read today, you can join me tomorrow at 7. Oh, nice. Nice. Sag combo. Very cool. I did that once, as I was saying. We had trauma. That's the biggest reason why most of my relationships failed, was trauma met trauma and just reactionary stuff and, poor behaviors and things like that. And away we would go because we couldn't take it for too long. On to the next, same thing. trauma, and kept going. But so if we have to heal, so we can meet healed versions and stuff. Aw, I love you, Granny. All right, spiritual amethyst. So tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll be live, okay? But if you want, you can always sign up for a full reading with me. And like I said, I'm going to put up a thing for the mini readings where I'll do the soul spreads, or I'll do the third eye spreads. So those spreads will, no, not the whole deck. I know. So far we've got one card. I'm hopeful that we'll get just one more, not a spread. So those, so I'll be putting that on my website, but everything is on my website. And if you have any questions about anything that's there, you can always sign up for a free clarity call to discuss and to see, like, how would I help you with what you're dealing with, or what guidance can I give you? Right. So that's available as well. Okay. We finally got the second card. Ooh, Aries and Pisces. So Aries, number 1, Pisces, number 12. You just wanted the bookends. Okay. So Aries is the infant, and this is the senior citizen of the zodiac. So Aries, fire, passionate, and brave. Like, they are instigators. They're like, let's go. Right. And they're independent, and they're passionate and brave. So that's the energy of this. But they can be kind of rash, or like a little rammy, right? A little bit rammy. Pisces, on the other hand, Pisces, they're water, so they're emotional. So this is yang and this is yin as well. So you have the different spaces of that. And this yang energy, this yin energy of Pisces is about intimacy, intuition, and compassion. And Pisces is the most psychic of all of the signs. They're the most connected, the most intuitive. So between these two, which one would you like read to you? Which one resonates the most? You're balanced. I think that's a beautiful balance. Aries, let's find out about our little rams. Like I said, I love Aries. That guy that ghosted me was an Aries. I liked his energy, but I think he was lying. So I loved a liar's energy, but that's okay. No, I'm just teasing. I'm teasing. I really am beyond it, guys. Very much beyond it. So for Aries, inspiration, passion, initiation, bravery, independence, and they're physically active. Like, let's go, right? So are you feeling stagnant in any area of your life, or more broadly, a bit immobilized in general? Perhaps you're craving change, but don't know where to begin. or you're daydreaming of something you want but haven't taken the first step towards it. Whether you've been frozen by a disempowering inner voice, have felt overwhelmed by options, or quite simply being scared or even lazy, it's time to make a move. Your guides ask you to listen to your gut instinct, make a decision, jump in wholeheartedly, and leave fear behind. Don't worry so much about making mistakes. Life is a creative force, and in some ways, made in the mistakes. Work with this energy until you find your alignment, and even then, welcome movement. Oh, yes, I'm good. I'm good. He ghosted me back in December. We're okay. I moved on from that. I figured it was a lesson or like there was a lesson or an experience that I had to have, and it's okay. It's okay. That was not meant for me, and I don't want to hold on to anything that's not meant for me. So I just joke about it every now and then. But I did, in all fairness, the way that he represented himself or showed up in the 6 months that we were connected, it was very attractive to me. I very much enjoyed the energy. I enjoyed who he was and who he showed up as. And it just meant that he wasn't for me. And so I'm okay with that. Whether it was divine protection and redirection, maybe. But what's meant for me will never pass me by. And I'm okay with that. But yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with it. It's all right. It's all right. So I love you guys so very, very, very much. I thank you so much for everything. We got rising star number 50, halfway up the chart. We got over 30,000 likes. There is a coffee cup there, but we're just not seeing it because TikTok's being rude. We got 20 subscribers and we got 51 actually, but I think you have to count myself. So we got 50 new TTs. I love you. Look at that one gift put me at 47. And we got 51. Thank you, Teresa. I love you. I love you. You're a beautiful, beautiful spirit. I can feel your spirit and your energy, and I love it. And one of these days, I'm going to go on like a tour all over the place. I'm going to go visit people. I have to go all the way down to Texas even because I have people that are down in Texas and want me to come to see them down there. So we're just going to do a world tour and see where we can get. And that'll work for me. I'm a Sagittarius. I like to travel. So let's go. Let's do this. If you're part of the Divine Feminine, just a note, we meet on, I'm going to put up a poll. So the Divine Feminine Healing Collective, the new moon is Sunday for Gemini, and we would be meeting at 7 p.m. Eastern, but that's also Father's Day. So I'm going to put a poll in the Divine Feminine and ask if you want to have the new moon on Saturday or Sunday. So we'll get that poll going in the Divine Feminine. Divine Masculine, we meet Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern for our Nights at the Round Table. So if you're a male or if you know a male who would like to get support, we just talk about what they're struggling with, and then I give them guidance through all of the education, soothing, resiliency, stuff like that, through all of this stuff. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you tomorrow. 7 p.m. Eastern is when I'm on tomorrow. So 7 p.m. Eastern. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. And thank you so much for everything. To you guys too. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful day.